Sure. Yeah.
Oh.
Are we live? Man, I've been drinking fucking Killcliff today.
We're alive.
We're barely alive. We're back from New York City, a city of angels.
That's where a lot of the salsa is made.
Ah,
Remember those commercials from
yeah.
back in the day?
New York City. You actually do a really great racist Southerner, and
That's
you don't get
because
enough credit for that.
I grew up making fun of those people. My whole life. Everybody was always like, "Why don't you sound like you're from the South?" And because that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
And it's funny to make fun of, so I can't do it and make fun of it at the same time.
I often forget that you're from the South because of your deep Southern accent.
Yeah.
I guess so am I, though. So who am I to fucking judge?
Yeah.
Speaking of who am I to judge, Jesus Christ, we're going to hop into it right off the top, Dan. Right off the top of the fucking show here. I want to apologize to the audience, my friends, my family, any pets, ex-girlfriends I've ever had. I want to apologize to those who've looked up to me. I know that list is very, very lengthy.
No one likes you.
Nope. Everybody does, Dan, and I've got worshipers
I'm
around
checking
the world.
Nope, says
Yep.
no one.
No, it says everyone. I think you're misreading that. I've let you down. I let you down with my NFL picks this year. I did the averages, right, because I wanted to see what it was.
Yeah.
I am at 55% this year. 55%. You would almost have a better shot tossing a coin in the air than I have had at the NFL. Luckily, I am not alone in this. There's been a lot of complaints about what has transpired as far as gambling-wise in the NFL this year, and holy shit. I want to dive into that at the top because, look, we often praise ourselves, Dan, over and over and over again for how great we are. Look, college football, I've been nuclear hot this year. I mean, just fucking nuclear hot this year in college football. I missed 2 again over the weekend. That was it. NFL, though, I've been a pile of steaming dog shit, and I want to get into that and chide myself. We'll start with the top of this, right? We get a big show, obviously. NBA is back tonight. We're going to do an NBA preview show as well as all the spreads. This is going to be one of our biggest sports shows of the year. But I want to start off at the top and say I've failed you. But we're going to start with this Chiefs-Broncos game. Again, we bet at mybookie.com. Promo code DrinkinBros doubles your deposits all the way to $1,000, which I've done. We've done that all year long. Chiefs-Broncos, right? 4 points. Took the Chiefs. Put a lot on it. I think each of us put $500 on it. We won. And we won big. However, it was not because of our brilliant picks. And I want to let the audience know that because Pat Mahomes got hurt after the first series. Gone. Out of the game. I thought it was over. He was, 10 of 11 or something crazy?
10 of 11, yeah.
Yeah. Two series. I think it was 78 yards and a touchdown. He looked unbelievable as always. I thought it was done. It was out. It was 10-6 after the first quarter, and I was like, "Yep, shit, there goes the spread." Nope. Chiefs won. Chiefs won 30-6 and covered, right? Fuck me. Jalen Ramsey gets traded to the Rams for no reason whatsoever. And they end up playing the Falcons. Actually,
Speaking of the Falcons.
Yeah, had that one. Falcons took an absolute drubbing, 37-10.
Oh, well, that's not what I was talking about.
No,
Mohamed
I know you
Sanu got traded to the Patriots today.
Yeah, you know why? Because they lost 37-10, and they've called it a year. Mm-hmm. Look, whoever listens to the show on a regular basis, you know, I said I wrote off the Falcons 2 games ago. The season's done. Now it's official. They're going full fire sale. Why don't you throw the coach in there? Let's throw Dan Quinn in there, and let's get him out the fucking door. Matt Ryan's got an ankle injury now. I don't know what's going to happen.
Everything is tits up. It's all tits
Everything is tits up there. I don't know. So I got those 2 right. Felt all right. So I was like, great. The Dolphins have lost almost every spread this year. They're playing the Bills at the Bills. Mm-hmm. Bills have one of the best defenses in the league. Bet the Bills. I even took a 6-point teaser on the Bills. The spread was 17. I know. I broke my own rule on betting double digits. However, everybody that they've been favored against has been double digits.
Yep.
And they've covered it against the Dolphins. Bills struggled in this one, man. They were only up by 3 points going into the last play of the game, that onside kick where that guy returned it for a touchdown.
That was wild as shit, by the way. That's one of the best plays I've ever seen.
Best plays of the year, probably.
And it wasn't really even that great of a play. What really should have happened had the Bills not sucked had the kicking team not sucked, is that dude should have got mauled.
Oh, yeah.
He should have been murdered in midair.
Yep.
But it just so happened that everybody was looking for the ball, didn't see him do a 360 and run the ball in the end zone. It was pretty – visually it was a great play.
Yeah, it was awesome. Look, it's everything you dream of. Even in high school, like playing high school ball, if you're on the hands team, you hope it bounces right to you. Everybody runs by and you get to fucking score a touchdown, and it's amazing. Yep. Rarely ever happens. Congrats to him. But they still didn't cover with that. Usually that's like a late cover where you're like, oh, great. Nope, lost that game. Jaguars, Bungles. Had the Jags in that one, so I got that one. Vikings, Lions, man. I didn't like this game, but I told the audience to bet the over, and we won handily on that. We covered at halftime, and that was great. Packers, Raiders, man. I was not sure of this. The spread was high. I didn't like it.
I still don't like it, to be honest.
I don't either, man. So I didn't bet it, and Packers ended up covering. I know Packers fans, you're 6-1. You think you got it all figured out. You do, because you're starting to use that running game.
Yeah.
You're using Aaron Jones. You're using Williams. It looks fun. Fucking Rodgers is back, not playing preseason.
Well, look, when you have a run game,
Rodgers is able to do what he does.
As a quarterback, there's so many more options. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, this might be the best run game he's ever had in his entire career.
So let me ask you that, and this is why I bring this up. Is it, or is it the first time he's allowed them to run?
I don't know. What great running backs has he really had?
Well, look, man, I thought Aaron Jones has been great for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And I thought, you got to let the big dog eat a little bit. And I know this is going to be an unpopular call here. I even like Lacey out of Alabama that first year. Mm-hmm. Big boy running through people. Turned out that he ended up eating his entire weight again.
Yeah.
And, became even bigger.
Every year in training camp, it's like, how much is Lacey going to weigh?
Yeah.
260. Yeah. Oh, fuck. We're going to have a bad year this year.
But I thought Aaron Jones has been good. And, look, they could have used him the last 3 years. But I'm still not confident enough to bet on the Packers. And they're 6-1. I should be at this point. But I'm not. That was a big boy spread, and I didn't know what was going to happen. Look, and Rodgers is still missing Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
So he's
when
throwing
is Adams coming back?
Rodgers had 6 touchdowns in this game, by the way.
6 total TDs, right? He ran one in?
Yeah, he ran one in. He's coming back. Fuck, who knows, man? All of the NFL is a mash unit. Next up, Texans, Colts. 30-23. This was Texans +1. Mm-hmm. This was my lock. I put a lot down on this game. And I got my asshole handed to me in a brown paper bag.
So I've been on the train for a bit now, but are you a Jacoby Brissett believer now?
No, I'm still not, and I'm not
against
the
Texans.
Look, Texans, man, have all the makings to be one of the best offenses in the NFL. Again, another injury for those guys. They lost Will Fuller 5, who's out. So fantasy-wise, if you've got Will Fuller 5, he's out multiple weeks. So. Good luck with that.
Yeah, but they gave up 30 points to the Colts.
They did.
Brissett had 4 touchdown passes.
I get it. I hear
all
of that.
How are you not a Brissett believer at this point? That's one of the best defenses in the league, and he just lit their ass up.
The Texans are okay. Their defense is okay. They lost Clowney. It's weird. They're one of those teams where it's like I look at the numbers of this, right? Marlon Mack is great on paper. I actually made a trade for him in one of our Drinkin Bros leagues. Tried to. I haven't heard back yet. But he only had like 55 yards. Jacoby Brissett has been playing great. Mm-hmm. I just don't see that guy as the guy of the team. I thought the Texans looked shitty. I just think they look shitty, man, and out of sync. The Colts defense isn't that goddamn great. There's a lot of things here. I'm not in on the Colts like everybody else is. You've been on this train. You've been on the Colts train this year, so I'll give you that.
Colts and 49ers, but that's one of my skills is picking
losers
that are really winners.
Yeah, wiping them off.
Yep.
You're getting them all clean. You're getting them warm and prepared. Is what you're doing.
It's
comfortable.
It's like
comfortable.
You spot that one super hot homeless girl.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? I can Pretty Woman this chick.
That was one of my best friend's fantasies, and he did it in real life, and it did not end well. Brought her home, fed her, showered her up, had sexual escapades with her, and then just dropped her off. Same overpass he picked her up in. True story. I'm not even gonna say who that was. Anyways, next up, the Cardinals Giants game. Look, we said all along Homeboy would be fun to watch this year.
Not this week.
Kyler Murray. No, not this week. But look, he's running for his life every single week.
Oh, yeah.
And he's doing what he can. David Johnson is out. That motherfucker's hurt too, dude.
He's never. When's the last time he played a full season?
I don't know, man. That's why I never draft him. Everybody drafts him in the first round, and he's had a great year up until now. Now he's been hurt for 2 weeks now. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. A guy named Chase Edmonds comes in. I don't know who that is. If he walked into the studio right now, I would probably scream rape and then, smear some fucking mace in his face, right?
He went to Fordham.
Oh, great. Good for him.
Yeah.
Ivy Leaguer. Fuck off. You can tell me where Fordham is. I'll give you $8.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, Chase Edmonds comes in, lights it up. He's 3 touchdowns. No name. No name behind Homeboy. Comes in and lights it up. They beat the Giants. The Cardinals are now 3-3-1. Never in 1 million years did I figure they would win 3 games total this year.
Yeah, right.
I had them at a 2-14 team. I can't believe that happened. You're Niners. So I didn't bet this. I didn't bet the Cardinals. Actually, I did. The Cardinals game I won. This 49ers game I lost.
I pushed on this one.
Well, I think you bought a point.
Yeah.
But when I got in, it was 10. 9-0 was the score. And by the way, I started these motherfuckers in fantasy. Scary Terry's been my dude all year.
That was a mistake starting them, and not because of the outcome, but because of the weather.
Right. But here's the thing. So I was gone. I was at a function with my child. You set your fantasy rosters.
Yeah.
I don't have time to check the weather in every city and understand that it was a goddamn monsoon in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. They didn't cover.
I had Tevin Coleman in my lineup, and I should have replaced him, but it is what it is. I didn't check the weather either, but that's one of those things you got to check.
It is, but man, in Washington, a monsoon like that, come on, that's rare. Lost that game. Chargers Titans. I cannot fucking believe this game. I cannot fucking believe this game.
You didn't bet this, did you?
Yes, I bet the Chargers. Ooh. They're coming back. Dan, they've lost, 4 games by 1 point apiece?
Yeah, it's rough. Been a rough year.
Something crazy like that. 1 possession apiece, I should say. Spread-wise, I think it's been 1 point. So the spread in this was 2. Fuck you. I'm doing great, right? Chargers. San Diego Superchargers.
Nope.
First and goal from the 1. Mm-hmm. They appear to get 2 touchdowns in. Both called back, and then Melvin Gordon fumbles on the 1. That guy, dude, we're all done with Melvin Gordon. You wanted $15 million a year?
He's like Oregon to me.
Yeah. So that one, all they had to do was score from the 6-inch line, and I covered that spread. Lost. I got fucking lost in the sauce on that one.
Where do you think he's going to end up next year?
Who, Melvin Gordon?
Yeah.
Fucking Mexico. Some Mexican league, dude. Why play in America anymore?
I have no idea. Is there a Mexican football league?
No, but there should be. He'd be the biggest one in it.
Let's start one.
He'd be a superstar there. The Saints. Boy. The fucking Saints. I can hear them now screaming from their cars, "Who dat nation."
It's the worst.
Bridgewater. I still don't like Teddy Bridgewater. I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. However, Saints fans, I am on the train. You will now win the Super Bowl this year. I am all in on the Saints.
Oh, I definitely won this bet.
Yeah, you did. You've been behind Bridgewater.
I'm not behind Bridgewater. I think that the Saints are whatever it is. The same thing that happened in 06, 07 when they won the Super Bowl after Katrina. When that city rallies, that team wins.
Yeah.
And they're pissed about the off. I called them as a Super Bowl winner before the season started, and I believe it still.
Dude, I've got chills right now. I've got actual chicken skin talking about this because I truly believe there is something fucking foreign or some kind of voodoo magic that's going on in New Orleans? Because this team, man, I'm trying to figure it out, right? Bridgewater's had okay numbers. He's had 2 games that were great, 3 that weren't so great. And the defense has been lights out for the Saints, and they've been amazing. Hence why I think they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
It's like those teams that win a bunch of late game, like Oakland in September. Oakland A's in September. For whatever reason, no matter how shitty their team is, they win 10, 20 games in a row every fucking year. So whatever that is, clearly the Saints have it this year.
So here's why I bet against them. Alvin Kamara was out.
Doesn't matter.
Dude, you don't have Breeze. You don't have Kamara.
None of this shit matters.
Jared Cook was out. You don't have your starting tight end, one of the best running backs in football, one of the very best quarterbacks to ever do it, first ballot Hall of Famer, and you still fucking win?
Yep.
Against the Bears? The Bears defense allowed 36 points?
Well, Trubisky's a clown, by the way.
So there was an interesting tidbits I heard today, and I want to run this by you.
What, they're looking for a quarterback in the draft?
No. They're looking at Tom Brady next year. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady will never leave New England, ever.
This is what I thought. Here's what was uncovered this morning, by the way. He's selling his house. His trainer is selling his house. They're selling that fucking gym in Boston. And his contract, he said, nope. Brady was like, nah, just take that last year off, dog. I'm going to go ahead and void that. Why? You're on an undefeated team that is on pace to go back to the Super Bowl yet again for the 90th year in a row. Unless you want a new challenge elsewhere, where else could he go? And this was on a couple shows this morning that I was watching when I woke up. Trey Wingo was talking about it. Where else could Tom Brady go that is the exact same fit as New England? Great defense. Very limited receivers skill set. The decent coach and he's got a great offensive line. It's the Bears.
I think what he's going to do.
The Bears are a quarterback away from winning the Super Bowl.
He's going to take his gajillion dollars and fuck off. I think he believes he's going to win another Super Bowl this year, and then he's going to fucking be done. And there's a very good chance that that's going to happen.
Could. I don't see him beating the Saints with Breeze. But if we had to watch that matchup, I wouldn't be mad at it either.
No.
I'd love to see Breeze and Brady both in their 40s just going for it one more time, dongs out. But look, Saints fans, I know I've bet against all of I think the last 5 games I've bet against the Saints and lost. That is a true story. You will win the Super Bowl. So you can tell me to fuck off for the Bridgewater shit and these bets. That's fine. I will take it. I've lost all of them. But you will win the Super Bowl this year. I feel it. Whatever this magic voodoo shit is in the air, I'm now on board with you. This defense is incredible. You get Kamara back healthy. You get Breeze back healthy.
Yep.
And you have, in my opinion, the very best wide receiver in all of the NFL in Michael Thomas. And I'm finally ready to admit that. I would have said Julio Jones had you asked me, or ODB, or OBJ. Old dirty bastard.
Or ODB.
Could you imagine if they old
from heaven?
Yeah. Old dirty bastard would have been amazing. I'm ready to admit that Michael Thomas is the best receiver in the NFL. Some of those passes that Bridgewater was throwing, as I watched this game, it seemed a little too far. It didn't matter. Michael Thomas will catch anything.
Maybe. It's an Angels in the outfield situation.
Maybe it's an Air Bud situation.
Maybe ODB is slightly pushing the ball a little bit right into his hand.
Maybe great, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And Tony Danza's dying of cancer on the sideline.
Is he? Man, that'd be good. Air Buzz is their mascot. I would love all of that shit. But Michael Thomas, Ohio State product. I'm here for it, dude. You were the best wide receiver in the league. He's said it the last 2 years. He's right, man. He's averaging 10 catches a game, and they're doubling him. They don't have anybody else in that. Nobody's healthy on that fucking team.
It doesn't matter.
No, doesn't matter. They're just throwing it to him every game. He's averaging about 9 catches a game with Breeze out. It's spectacular to watch. He's amazing, and the only other receiver there is Ted Ginn. Still Ohio State. All they do is draft in Ohio State. Might as well. If I can get Urban Meyer to coach, which we'll get to in a second. Ravens, Seahawks. I hate the Seahawks. I never bet the Seahawks. So I was all done with that.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
I think I was fine with that. They lost 30-16 at home. Didn't get a picture from that guy. I was super stoked about that. Now here comes the Urban Meyer thing. Eagles-Cowboys game. This was a last-minute bet. If you follow us on Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook, it is a private group. You can talk shit with all of us, and you can see all of our actual betting slips that we actually bet live in real time, and then you can bet with us or against us in there from mybookie.com. Promo code DrinkinBros doubles your deposits. I was pissed off about this the way the NFL went for me, and I went 500 on the Cowboys.
I was 4-1-1 this week.
Yeah, well, good for you. I was not. I was just above 500 here. I put 500 on the Cowboys to win minus 2.5. Just because right before the game started, I looked at who was out for the Eagles. Same with the rest of the NFL.
Yep.
90 people are out for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They have no one playing for the Eagles.
And I honestly don't. Whatever, keep going.
Yeah, 37-10. And the oddest thing is, the week before, you and I watched the Cowboys get housed.
Yeah, they got fucking
by the Jets. And there was a lot of speculation that Urban Meyer could be the coach that they're reaching out to after the Cowboys choke in the playoffs again.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on that?
I don't think that the college game translates to the pro game. I think it'd be a mistake for Urban to do that.
Well, look, me personally, he had Ezekiel Elliott, right?
Yep.
The way that a lot of NFL teams are running the new offenses are kind of at the collegiate level.
It's similar. I don't think it's a play style. I think it's a management style type of situation.
Same. Dak Prescott is JT Barrett. I mean, he's just better. He's just better than JT Barrett is what he is. You have Ezekiel Elliott. You have Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is Michael Thomas on that team.
Mm-hmm. I think that
and you have a great defense in Dallas.
I think that Urban would make more money going to USC.
Probably. Well, it's Jerry Jones. You back the truck up. Jerry Jones backs the truck up.
There's no salary cap on coaches.
No.
So
no.
But at USC, my guess would be he would get somewhere around. It's a private school, so probably about $9 million a year.
Yeah, Dabo just got that about an hour ago, by the way.
And that's a public school.
I know.
So maybe you're looking even more than that. I don't think Jerry's going to pay $10 to $15 million for a coach.
I don't know.
Not one that's unproven in the NFL, anyways.
Anyways, I got a phone call at 12:30 last night from inside Dallas Cowboys Stadium. There was dinner going on with the players. I'm not going to say who it was. He was not on the show, so it wasn't DeMarcus Lawrence. I wasn't a Cowboy on the show. It was just a friend of the show. And he said, look, man, that's what everybody was talking about at the private dinner last night after the game. Was back in the truck up to pay Urban Meyer. And they're like, what do you know about this? And I was like, I know that Urban wants to come back and coach. USC makes the most sense to me. I have not heard any NFL interest whatsoever. And then later on today, he said, yeah, man, that would be an awesome job. Like, whoa, boy. Yeah, boy. I'd have to be a Cowboys fan because the Falcons aren't going to be good for 30 years. So
yeah, no shit.
Blow up that whole fucking team.
Well, it's definitely not going to be them.
And then, so here was my final fatal blow, right? I was riding high, won 500 on the Cowboys, feeling good about myself. Darnold comes out talking a lot of shit after beating the Cowboys last week. And
when has it ever worked out for somebody to talk shit to the Patriots?
Boy. It was 10.5 too. It was a lot of points. The Jets were at home. Again, same thing with the Patriots. I don't know who's on this team anymore. They traded for Mohamed Sanu, which is the greatest trade ever, by the way. Fuck, that guy's so good. He was so underutilized in Atlanta, but he was our fucking glue there.
Well, he's on my fantasy. He's on my fantasy team, so I'm pretty happy about this.
Boy.
I gotta tell you.
All he does is run out of the slot.
Yeah.
And look, Brady's old as fuck, and that's all he can do is throw that ball to him.
That's who Brady fucking throws to.
Yes.
So.
Mohamed Sanu is going to have 900 catches. He's one of the greatest pickups ever. A second rounder is a steep price to pay, so kudos to the Falcons for at least getting a second rounder out of him. But I bet against the Patriots at 10.5. We saw the Jets in person last week.
Yeah.
They look great. I was surprised. I mean, they dropped the Cowboys, and it wasn't even close.
No.
The end, they scored a touchdown in garbage time and then tried an onside kick. Whatever, man. But at 10.5, I was like, cool. The Jets fans were amped about it. It was a Monday night game.
Well, I'm not gonna go. I don't know what the Patriots are against the spread this year. And I don't know if it had something to do with all that shit Darno talked, but they were up, 24-0. The Patriots were. Yep. And for some reason, Belichick huddled the defense together and was like, fucking, I don't know what he was saying, but my guess was it was like, fuck these assholes. They're not scoring a single fucking point today.
I know, man.
So he's like that coach in college. Is like, hey, we're going to run the score up on these bitches because they were talking shit.
And it cost him last night because I was watching this. I had fantasy implications in this fucking game. I'm in 6 leagues. In 2 of them, I'm getting my ass handed to me.
Oh, yeah.
Bad because of injuries. There's nothing I can do about it. I actually renamed one of the team injured reserved. And I was up by 1 point. 2 minutes left to go. Patriots punted the ball, and the guy, the fucking punt returner for the Jets, some white guy, dropped it ground, -2, fumble recovery, Patriots. No reason whatsoever. And I lost. The guy's name is Nate West. You got real lucky, Nate, you fuck. And his team name is Bad Luck or No Luck. Well, congratulations. You got a lot of luck. Bad luck for me. But with that fucking loss, man, I'm in like 55%. I'm barely above the 500 line in the NFL this year. We'll run through college in a second. I want to go through. We had a bunch of listeners wrote in and said, "Hey, man, what do I do about my fantasy teams?" So usually I'm the fantasy messiah. I am dominating 4 out of 6 leagues. The ones I am not is the same problems that you were going through at home, and I will read these off to you here. So here's the teams that I am struggling with. First and foremost here was obviously the Pat Mahomes injury.
That one's gonna fuck a lot of people over.
A lot of people, and you and I had a conversation about this last night. When does he come back? Because I don't know. Well, I thought he was out for the year.
No, I think it's 3 to 4 weeks.
That's what they're saying now, but that's a nasty injury, man.
It is, but I think the recovery time is not that bad. Although he's the franchise quarterback, and to be honest, they're 5-2 right now.
They can afford a couple losses.
They've got some tough games coming up. They play the Packers this weekend.
They've got 3 tough games coming up.
They play the Vikings. They play the Titans, which they should win that.
They should win that.
Chargers, Raiders. Raiders have been on the comeback trail. They're all right. I think when he should come back is probably, or when he should, based on the injury, is the Patriots game in New England on 12-8. No fucking way. They're gonna hold him out until that Broncos game on 12-15. That's what I would do. Yeah, to be honest,
I would too, man. He's the most exciting player in the NFL. Like, this is your franchise quarterback for a very, very long time.
Yeah,
this knee injury is. He popped it out of the socket or something? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's not. It depends on. Like, sometimes they just move around, and if it moves in the right direction, it doesn't really make any severe injury. It just looks kind of gross.
Yeah.
But like, you can dislocate your shoulder and be back in 2 weeks, for example. But why take a chance if you're in a playoff hunt already and you're not, like, if you're not in the hunt for the number 1 seed, which they're not going to be because the Patriots are going to go undefeated.
Well, very close.
The rest of this year, probably. Like, I don't see
1 loss for the Patriots. I see maybe just out of look. It's extremely difficult to go undefeated.
It is, but I don't see anybody. I mean, look, unless they just have a shitty game, I don't see anybody left. Maybe the Texans on 12-1 if the Texans can turn it around. But if the Chiefs do what I think they're going to do and hold Mahomes out, that 12-8 game, there's no fucking way they're going to win. And then they close out with the Bengals, Bills, and Dolphins. They're not winning. They're not losing any of those games.
No.
So I guess it just depends on what the Patriots decide to do.
I had I had 135 points on my bench. That is typically the highest score in every league in ESPN standard PPR leagues. Marvin Jones Jr., 43. He's 4 touchdowns.
Yeah,
43 points. Aaron Rodgers, 43.8 points. Usually I start Beckham. He's out because you can't not start that guy. And Latavius Murray came in and just absolutely housed everybody. But I had Breida. From the 49ers. He's had a good fucking year. And it was like, I don't know what Latavius Murray is going to do. That's a tough defense in Seattle. Nope, wasn't. Sure wasn't. Seattle. Scary Terry McLaurin. He's had a great year. Nope, Monsoon wiped the two of those guys out. Same game. Tyreek Hill, he was fine. He got that one touchdown in there. Damian Williams has been pure shit for the Chiefs. And Phillip Lindsay, man, this guy is so hit and miss. No idea what to do with him and Royce the Ruler up there, Royce Freeman. And I've had a hard time with this fucking team. Luckily, I backup drafted Lamar Jackson, and he's been fantastic this year. I'm still not ready to anoint him as the next great thing. No. But he's fantasy-wise, he's been good, and so is the kid from the Cardinals, Murray.
Murray, yeah. Fantasy-wise, he put up 7 points this week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So look, I'm going through the standings here, and in these leagues that I'm losing in, and again, this is for the audience who's losing at home in your fantasy teams. I've been decimated by injuries, as of you guys, and if you're 2-5, I would still hold. I don't think there's a need yet to trade. I almost traded Aaron Rodgers a couple of weeks ago.
He put up like 43 points this week.
43 points this week. He looks back. So who knows? Hold on these people, because a lot of people have been benching Aaron Rodgers for Lamar Jackson and some other people. At 2-5, I still think you're in this because of how many injuries there continues to be on a week in and week out basis. We're now looking at people that are undrafted running backs and wide receivers, and it is amazing. The other team I have that's getting the shit kicked out of him, Adam Thielen, who is usually, God damn it, he's great. Scored a touchdown opening drive, slammed into the back of the thing, hammy, out, rest of the game, boom. He's got a Thursday night game, so he's going to be out on Thursday nights. Yep. And they're going to replace him with some guy named Bessie. Yeah.
Nope.
Look him up. Bessie Johnson?
No, I'm good.
No idea. He comes in and scores fucking 2 touchdowns. Yep. Looks like an all-star. So hold on these 2-5 teams. Now, if you're 1-6, it's over. You can go ahead and fucking let's not say I'm going to win out. It's going to be my year. No, it's not. It's actually not going to be your year. It's over. But 2-5, man, hold out, because there's only a few teams in these leagues that I'm down in that are decimated by injuries, where you're either runaway great 6-1. The rest of these teams are shitty, man. 3-3. Everybody's having the same struggle, the same waiver wire struggle.
Yep.
It sucks for everyone. And 2-5, hold out one more week, and then you can fucking go bombs away and try to trade everybody and see what happens there. Try to make the last stand. But I'm going to go through the other league, because this one's the most disappointing to me. This was the Cutthroat Killers League. Oh, I'm getting choked up. Because the winner gets a signed O.J. Simpson USC jersey in this league. And I started off 1-4. You want to talk about injuries, motherfucker. I got injuries, dude. Mahomes, gone. Fuck all these goddamn guys. Will Fuller, 5, gone. You name it. I've just been shuttling people in and out. Somehow, I have struggled my way back, because I didn't give up at 1-4 when I told everybody, hold on to your fucking teams. I'm at 3-4, I'm in 3rd place, and I've got a shot at the playoffs now. I don't know what I'm going to do with this shit team, but I'm going to have to waiver wire some magic here and try to make it happen. I put in a play for old Bessie Johnson. I think Bessie Johnson, and I know I'm not saying that guy's name right.
Who cares?
No idea who it is. I know I put a thing in for him on the waiver wire, and he's playing Thursday nights. And if you're out there and you need a quarterback, I'm going to give up my secret here on this. Hopefully nobody fucks me in this. Watch for that Thursday night game with a sneaky Kirk Cousins, who has been back after Stephon Diggs' bullshit and Thielen calling him out in the locker room. He has been on fire. They're at home, and they're playing the Redskins Thursday nights. They're going to put up a lot of fucking points in that game. And Cousins is out there on the waiver wire. If you lost Mahomes this week like I did, Cousins is out there. That's a great streaming play. So I'm going to try to pick up him. I'm going to try to pick up old Bessie Johnson and try to make a run at this. And then hopefully the weather holds out for Scary Terry and those guys. Terry McLaurin's had a great year.
Yeah.
It could have been the rookie of the year. Last few games he's been kind of shitty due to injury and 90 quarterbacks starting in Washington and their whole blow-up project that they're doing. Another Ohio State product, by the way. I feel like everybody just coming out of that school. Maybe Urban should be coaching the goddamn NFL.
Maybe.
So look, 1 in 5, not going to do it. 2 and 5, you're good to go. 1 and 6, you go bombs away. But 2 and 5, hold, man. You might be able to go on a run here with some of these weird ass players, and everybody else keeps getting hurt. Before we swap on over to the NCAA, where the magic is happening, dude. Beds are slapping. Magic's happening over at ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Dan, did you know they got a 36-month no-interest pay-as-you-go program over there?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, you do now. You can lay down, spread them cheeks, or get them clapped.
Spread eag.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Go to ghostbed.com/drinking bros today. We had another happy listener hit me up last night. We actually posted in Drinking Bros.
I saw that, yeah.
Like, yo, dude, I got it at the fucking Ghost Bed. It's awesome. And I was like, I wouldn't lie. Matches, that's a big ticket item, man. I'm not going to lie to you on that. I don't lie to you on the other shit either, to be honest with you.
I lie to you about some stuff.
You do?
Yeah.
You fucking asshole.
To you.
To me, yeah, personally. You fucking dick.
Like I say people like you and
they don't.
It's not true.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves me. I'm kidding. But go to ghostbed.com where everybody actually does love them. They got amazing mattresses, pillows, you name it. The best in the business and the city. The world, actually. And if you were in the military or used to be in the military or you were a first responder.
That's called a veteran, by the way.
I know it is, Anthony. And I wanted to hear you say it because you are one. You get 15% off. Go to the bottom of the page.
Yeah.
Click it, tip it, and rip it.
Rip it.
If you're a regular human like myself, they got some Halloween deals that'll blow your tits off.
It's Ghost Bed. They have to have Halloween deals.
Yeah, it is. Woo! Sleep's so good it's scary at ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Dude, best time of the year to get the beds. Halloween.
Yep.
Black Friday. If you're a regular civilian, if you're a fucking military or first responder, all year round is great. Yep. Jesus Christ, you get 15% off.
Speaking of the military, it's Tiffany Hart's birthday today.
Is it really?
Yep.
Happy birthday, Tiffany Hart. She's one of my favorites. She's going to come back on the show?
Yeah, maybe next week, actually.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's 75 years old.
Yep.
Looks great. For 75? Holy shit, dude.
Man, she looks amazing.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Eero.
It's one of those Wi-Fi boosters, right?
I was so happy that they send us sometimes, depends on who it is. They send us the products to test them out before we get on the air. Mm-hmm. They sent it to my house, and you were super pissed off about it last night.
Well, I don't really need one because I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So it's not a big deal for me. And my router is central, so
you're good to go.
I don't really need one, but you have a big multi-level house.
I do. I have a multi-level house, and
it really helps.
Yes, because what happens is you get fucked from kids. I've got grandparents that are in town and all that shit from Jesse's side of the family, right? Mm-hmm. So they're staying with us. Everybody's using devices. Fucking internet sucks. My Netflix is going out. Mm-hmm. You can only have it in 2 rooms or whatever it is now. Netflix is dialing their shit in.
I pay extra for 5 rooms.
I don't do it, Dan.
Even though I'm a single dude.
Yeah, just in case.
But you never know. If
know.
There's a bruiser in town and she needs to use Netflix from the other room because I do not allow people to sleep in my room with me. I'm afraid of getting murdered.
Yes, you are. And that's the fact. You make them sleep outside.
Yeah. Right outside the door. It's comfortable. It's climate controlled still, but not inside my house.
Yeah. So look, with the Eero, this just plugs in, dude. You're good to go.
It's EERO, right?
Yes, EERO. Do you have it up in front of you? Do we have a special URL for the?
Let me look.
The lovely folks at Eero.
I know that
it's EERO. So look, I used it last night. It's awesome. 3 steps. That's it. Boom. From your phone, you download the app, and all these things you just fucking plug into the wall. Yeah. So there's no cords and shit. You got one box that plugs into your modem. Boom, good to go. And then the other ones, you get 3 that come with it all over the house, and you just plug those into the wall.
Yep.
Which is amazing.
It's eero.com/Drinkin Bros, and then you use the code Drinkin Bros at checkout.
Yeah, you do.
Free overnight shipping.
God, are you serious?
Yeah.
Shit. This thing's fucking heavy too, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I'd had some weight to it, like 10, 15 pounds on this thing.
I don't think it's that big, is it?
I don't know.
It's not 10 or 15 pounds.
Look, man, it was arms day today for me, dude. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows anymore, dude? I'm shot. But what I do know is it was amazing. So what I did was I made my wife and my grandmother, my wife's mother, the grandmother, Granny D, tested this out in every single room of the house. Mm-hmm. Fucking flawless internet with Eero. Again, EERO.com/Drinkin Bros. And boom, 3 steps. I was in and out of there. I think it took me 4 minutes tops. That was it.
Not bad.
You plug it in like a goddamn one of those sniff things. Potpourri.
Glade plug-in?
Yeah. Dead serious.
Yeah.
Shit just plugs in like that. And I was like, fuck.
I've used them before, yeah.
It's amazing.
It's great.
I have not used them before. Mm-hmm. The last time I had one was, and this is what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like the Apple thing where you buy the white box, and it was like, oh, yeah, you're fucking fine. Anywhere you go, you weren't fine with that stupid piece of shit. Steve Jobs can go to hell.
Well, he did.
Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. I hate this new phone, and I hated that thing too. So the rest of his equipment's okay. Whatever. But Eero, EERO.com/Drinkin Bros is amazing, man, and it really did work in every single goddamn room of the house. So I'm set.
You had some news about Raycon too, didn't you?
I did. So that's our last sponsor of the show. Raycon. Buy Raycon.com/Drinkin Bros. Headphones. Boom. If you're watching the video show, these go in your ear, and it is fucking magic. We were looking for an affordable headphone. Thank God they were cool with it, man, because everybody's hitting us up and I'm like, hey, do we have a promo code for this? Yes. Yeah. It's buyraycon.com/Drinkin Bros. And with that, it knocks it down from like, I don't know, 70 to like $55. You get 15% off. Yep. It's amazing. And the last 5 hours, they're in the box, and they're fucking Ray J was the one who founded this company. We're supposed to interview him and be on the show. We got called up for a book tour. Sorry, Ray J, but we will obviously reschedule with you. Here's the crazy thing is, who knew Ray J was going to make awesome headphones and everybody's going to be wearing this shit?
He's actually a really good entrepreneur generally.
I know. Here's the next level yesterday.
Yeah.
He's doing the fucking Suge Knight biopic.
Really?
Suge Knight signed over his life rights to Ray J to produce the movie and sign off on the script. He's got full creative control.
So what did he do? Did he put like a bunch of cigarettes in his canteen in prison or what? Because Suge Knight is in prison forever.
So here's where things get really interesting with the story. I know this is off topic of sports, but I looked it up because I was like,
well, it's not, because Suge Knight he played like 2 plays in the NFL, 2 plays.
I think. Yeah, so that fits in the sports show. So we talked about this on Ross Patterson Revolution tonight as well. With Suge Knight, the interesting thing was he murdered a guy and then tried to murder another.
Well, yes.
He drove over him with his car.
Yeah, he did.
On the set of the NWA promo shoot. The footage, if you haven't seen the footage, it's spectacular on TMZ. I thought he had gotten life in jail. Apparently, he copped a plea and got 28 years.
Yeah, which he could probably get out in 8 to 10, something like that.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, man, because of prison overcrowding, he's probably going to get out in 10. And I was like, because otherwise I was like, dude, tell all your fucking secrets and stories now. Who gives a shit? You're in life. You're in there for life. No, he's not. This guy just keeps coming out of jail. You remember the last sentence he had? It was like 12 years.
Yeah.
And he just popped out like nothing happened. But yeah, Ray J, dude, he's doing it. Headphone money, dude. I don't know. Like, he also owns Bird, part of Bird. Makes $1 gajillion off the sex tape still. Yep. Like, he's fucking doing it, dude. God bless Ray J.
Proud of him.
Yeah. There was a huge online debate too about like how Ray J is black culture, that he's got his ear to the fucking streets, dude. Yeah. And it is always there's 3 degrees of separation between Ray J and everything that's going on in black culture.
Yeah.
There's a rant on it that's circulating online, and it is fucking true, man. The headphones are awesome, too. Let's get to them college scores. Finally, something positive that I did. Let's be proud of me.
I actually did a little better. Well, I guess a little better. I was 4-1-1 in the NFL, and I was 5-2 in college. So I guess technically better.
Here's the difference with me. I bet all of these fucking games.
Yeah.
So it's a little harder for me, whereas you were more selective. I like to have a little skin on it just to keep it on in the background. My first and foremost, dude, I told you to go hard as fuck on Ohio State. On the Friday night game, they were pissed off about playing Northwestern. Mm-hmm. Northwestern tried every dirty trick in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Left the sprinklers on all day, didn't cut the grass, scheduled them on a Friday night game. Ohio State was so pissed off about it. They were pissed off before the season started.
Do you remember that from Bull Durham?
Oh, yeah. Look, Notre Dame's been doing it.
Bet you $100 I could get a rain out.
Yeah. Notre Dame's been doing it as well, man, for a long time. And,
baseball groundskeepers do that. And it was the Cardinals were actually notorious for it when they had Willie McGee and what the fuck's his name? The guy that stole 100 bases in a year.
Vince Coleman.
They used to do that, and then they had Ozzie Smith on that team too. So they would fucking intentionally around the baselines, they would make the grass a little higher right at the edge at the front there.
Yep.
And it would go in like this, so it would keep bunts fair.
Yeah.
All the time.
Didn't they switch to AstroTurf too once they had those guys to make them faster?
Yep.
Oof. Anyways, Ohio State was pissed off. This spread was 27.5 points.
Which was not enough for this game, to be frank.
Look,
like, usually I don't like those huge spreads. Anything under 28 with Ohio State and without a great team, I would probably bet it at 28 or less, so I bet this one. But I think this spread should have been in the high 30s, to be honest.
Look, it's Northwestern. It's at home. It's a Friday night game. They have a decent defense, man. I know they're 1-5, but like they actually on fucking paper have a decent defense. And Ohio State moved up. They hopped Clemson this week because of this game. And look, I said to put the house on it. I put the house on it. This was another one, man. It was 31-3 at halftime, and I was like, "Fuck, this is amazing, dude." We won 52-3 in that game. It was great. Tennessee, Alabama. Look, man, that was a lot of points in that game, and Tua got hurt. I think
he did, but I mean, he didn't look all that great before.
No,
and
he's out. He's out now. So, and we'll get to this right after this spread thing here, because
this is the second time he's had that surgery, right?
But on a different leg. So now he's on a different leg. He had a high ankle sprain. There's this weird surgery, this groundbreaking surgery they're doing where you can get back on the field in like 2 weeks.
I don't think there's any chance he goes number 1 now.
I don't either. I wouldn't draft this fucking guy.
After he's had the same surgery on 2 separate legs? No fucking way.
No fucking way. So here's what's interesting about this surgery is you can come back in 2 weeks. He did it last year. He got hurt in the SEC championship, came back and was able to play in the playoff game, right? 3 weeks later.
Yep.
He did it this year. You know why?
By the way, he got torched.
Yeah, he got torched.
By Clemson.
Yeah.
So
he got crushed. It was not worth it, my man. And you flew over 900 family members to watch you lose. From UAE.
Well, those guys stick together.
Yeah, they do. We've talked
Samoans,
about that,
man.
Yeah, well,
good for you.
Good for you. This motherfucker though gets a surgery to come back for the LSU game in 3 weeks. So next week they've got Arkansas.
Yeah, but isn't that a 4 weeks or?
No, he did it in 3 last year. So
yeah, but the results were not great.
Oh, but they were the first game they won.
That's true. The first game they were already.
They won. I forget who they put.
Georgia, right?
Was it a rematch with Georgia?
Yeah.
Because it was to go back to the championship.
Because Clemson played Notre Dame, beat them 30-3 or some shit like that.
Either way, Tua is going to try to come back for the LSU game. I am telling you right now, it is not going to matter. We were going to go to this game. We're not going to go anymore.
No, because I think
this
LSU
is going to be a
win.
bloodbath. So do I. I'm not going down to Tuscaloosa in a bloodbath. I've been in that stadium when they lost. It is like a funeral. It would be your Disney World.
Yeah, only the only problem is if we went, then Clean would be with us, and he's a diehard Bama guy, and he would be so butthurt that it wouldn't even be fun.
So he's going to the game, and we've had this on the schedule for a while, and he's like, "Yo, let's go," and I'm like, "Man, he would be really angry about this and want to just go home," and I get it, man. Me personally, this Bama team is now done.
Yeah,
and I've got a shocker and my predictions this week that's going to shock your mind. But LSU, I've got them. I've said all year long they were going to beat Alabama. I'm sticking by that now. There's no way Tua is going to be back, and the kid that's backing him up looked real shitty when he came in.
Well, I mean, it's not easy to step in like that in mid-game, but against Tennessee, you kind of think it should be.
Yeah. Next up was LSU, Mississippi State. Joe Burrow threw for 4 TDs. Look, there is a lot of bets placed before the season on Joe Burrow winning a Heisman. Every bookie in the world is now trying to buy them off.
He was 200 to 1
to
start the season, and now he's
the favorite. And
what's the hold on, let me look on my booking and see what it is.
Every single bookie, like every single bettor in town is trying to buy off these odds. One of them that was submitted to me was it was a Drinkin bro, actually. He was like, hey, man, what do I do about this? And I was like, what? And he's like, dude, I bet Joe Burrow to win the fucking Heisman. He showed me his ticket slip. So here's what's interesting about it, okay?
How much did he bet?
His payoff is $19,000.
He's going to win.
Wait, hang on. They have offered him, I don't know what site it was. It was not MyBookie, and I'm not going to fucking promote it here because MyBookie has been very kind to us for 2 years.
Yep.
I'm not going to promote that site. Anyway, so he said, what do I do with this? They're currently offering him $1,900.
Fuck, get fucked.
So that's 10% versus what's going to happen the rest of the year.
I would wait until after the Alabama game to take a payout.
But
because if he torches Alabama, it's over.
Well, let's say he doesn't.
Yeah.
Then I think it's over. Because then you still got Fields out there, man. Justin Fields, who's on fire, and the meat of Ohio State's schedule is coming up, man. We got Wisconsin this weekend. We got Penn State, which you and I will be at. And they got Michigan. Then they got the Big Ten Championship. There's a lot of schedule left for a guy like Fields to sneak in there if Burrow has a couple bad games. And look, they've got Auburn. They've got Alabama coming up.
Auburn is not going to do anything with LSU.
I think so too.
I think Auburn is another one of those. They're like, fuck. Who am I thinking of? They're like one of those SEC teams that are artificially overrated just to make quality wins for other SEC teams that are real.
Maybe.
That's what I think.
Maybe. Either way, I told this kid, I said, look, he's like, what do I do with this money? What do I do with what I bet on Burrow? And I said, how much do you need the money and what could it do for you? Because we do this gambling shit for fun.
Yeah.
Our rent, lives, livelihood, kids, nothing is on the line in this. Like, we just do it for fun. And we've been very, very good at it, except for this NFL season, Jesus Christ. But I told him if that $1,900 can make a difference in your life,
yeah, take it.
Do it.
Why not?
Because there's too many unknowns that are coming up. And, look, let's say he fucking gets a high ankle sprain.
Yeah.
That's it. He's out of the Heisman race. Tua is out of the Heisman race. It's over for him. So he cannot possibly come back and win the Heisman.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I think Burrow can have a bad game and still win because he finishes out with Ole Miss, Arkansas, and Texas A&M. Like, he's going to torch all three of those teams.
Justin Fields is still out there. Jalen Hurts is still out there.
Yeah.
That's too tough for me, man. I told this kid, I said, look, man, again, if you need the money, take the money because that is too big of a gamble, and that's a lot of fucking cash, dude.
Yep.
$19,000, though, is the possibility to win. It's crazy. Next up was Clemson and Louisville. This was one of my only losses, man. I had this at, I think it was 30. No, I'm sorry. It was 24 and a half,
yeah.
And then I got it on a 6-point. I also did a 6-point teaser with it. Got it up to 30 and a half. And they won by 35.
I took Clemson here.
I took Louisville, man. Louisville was 4-2, and they looked like they were starting to turn things around. Clemson's looked like shit this year. So I was kind of surprised by this. And Lawrence still had two interceptions, man.
Look.
I don't know what's going on with this kid. He looks like shit.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Jalen Hurts, again, lived up to the hype. 5 touchdowns. So right now, Heisman race, I've got Burrow at 1, Hurts at 2, and I've got Fields at 3.
I think you could flip. I think Fields might be 2.
Ooh, look at Hurts' numbers, man.
I know the numbers, but the quality of
I get
opponent.
it, but man, Hurts' look good. Those are my 1, 2, 3, me personally. But look, Oklahoma rolled. That was fine. Wisconsin didn't bet this game. Remember, we told the audience this is too many points, man.
Yeah.
In a conference game, they fucking lost to Illinois. Wow. A 2-4 Illinois team, last second field goal. This knocked them out of College Game Day next week at Ohio State.
Yeah, now College Game Day is going to be at South Dakota State or
North Dakota versus South Dakota. Yeah. Both of those states don't exist.
No.
Somebody did have something funny, except for our producer Jamie. Somebody did have something really funny to say that they were like, "Yeah, you know what they exist for? Fucking oil, dude." And I was like, "Well, touche, sir."
No, I don't believe in oil either.
But Wisconsin got beat. This knocked it down from a night game. Mm-hmm. I had a bunch of friends flying out from LA too to go to this fucking game because I thought it was gonna be the night game. Now it's the noon game.
Ooh.
Yeah, at Ohio State, and game day is not even gonna be there now. And the spread on this next week is 14.5, which is that's monstrous. We'll get to that. Michigan, Penn State. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Backed up the truck on this one.
Mm-hmm.
500. Threw on this one at a half-point Holloway. This was 6.5. They won by 7.
Yep.
Man, nothing made me happier than seeing Harbaugh lose.
I know. And winning
by a half a point. God damn it, man. What a great day this was.
Penn State looks pretty good this year.
What a great day this was.
Like they're one of those teams that nobody expected to be good.
No. And that they're lurking on Ohio State's schedule. That is going to be a showdown that we're going to be at. I'm amped about it, man, because look, Penn State might be top 5 by then. They're 7 now. LSU, look, somebody's going to lose in the top.
Yeah.
LSU or Alabama's going to be out of there by the time we get to the Ohio State game.
Yep.
So
maybe
5 or 6.
I don't know. 1 and 2 have played before, and 2 usually goes to 5 if they lose.
We'll see.
Or 1 goes to 5. I don't know. It depends on what they've done.
Or the outcome of the score. If you get house by 30, if Bama gets run over by 30, we'll see.
AP's got Penn State at 6 right now.
Yeah. Look at that. Told you, man. This could be 2 top 5 matchups. You and I will be there. If that's not the night game, I will fucking be livid.
It's got to be. There's no way it's not going to be.
Penn State's got to continue to win, and so does Ohio State. We have a bye in between, so I think we're good on that.
Yeah.
But we won a lot of money on that. Florida. Got my buddy. It was his birthday tickets. Nick, my neighbor. I got him tickets for his family.
Florida game?
Yeah. He's a diehard Florida fan. He was with us for the Florida-Miami game. Mm-hmm. We put $500 on this too. I do not believe in South Carolina. I thought that was a fluke against Georgia, and the spread was only 4. They ended up winning by 11. That was a big win. Georgia, Kentucky, 21-0. Didn't bet this game. Too many points for me. Still, man, it was 0-0 at halftime.
I know, right? What the fuck?
I don't know what happened to. I don't think it's Jake Fromm, man. He has no receivers to throw to, but I'm surprised he's handing off the ball.
There's got to be something else you can do.
Something else is there.
Change it up a little bit.
Something's wrong there. Auburn housed Arkansas 51-10. My God, man, that is a big boy number there.
I bet that one. I got it at 19.5. So
Oregon was the trap 12. I don't bet this shit.
No.
Let it go. Oregon ended up coming back, winning by 4.
I can tell you what we can do. We bet opposite on Oregon, and it's like putting an alarm clock in a microwave, and then you time travel. It's like an unstoppable force and an immovable object, basically, because no matter how I bet on Oregon, it goes the other way. So I feel like I might be God.
Could be.
But it's like reverse God. So do you know what antimatter is?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Nah. So I know everything about it.
Antimatter.
Which particle do you want to know about? Which neutron?
Nope.
How about a proton?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, there are antiprotons though.
Yeah.
At any rate, however we bet on Oregon, it always goes the other way.
Either way.
You were like that with Michigan last year.
You
fucking sucked at Michigan last year.
Wow. I sucked at Michigan this year too.
You had Texas down.
Texas was my golden team last year. Ohio State I've had the touch on this year though.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, I mean they've been blowing everybody out too.
Yeah, but the spreads have been high. Like the Northwestern thing, if I didn't know that thing about the Friday night game, let's say I wasn't a fan, like a diehard fan like I am, I don't think I would have touched 28, man. That's a lot of points in that game. But I knew what was going on before the season started, so fuck them. Fuck you, Northwestern. Arizona State lost. The ladies of Arizona State, I want to say I'm sorry. We don't bet the trap 12. This was Utah against Arizona State. Somebody wrote in and said, Utah's defense looked great. They're not going anywhere this year, so I don't really give a fuck.
No.
They might go on a retreat somewhere.
This is my nightmare. One of these fucking mid-level teams make it into the top 25 and we actually have to start talking about them.
I know.
It's like, God damn it, dude.
I know.
It's like that one relative shows up that won't shut the fuck up to your family reunion. Just shut the fuck up, dude.
Just shut the fuck up. My other loss was Boise State, man. They let me down against Brigham Young.
I didn't bet that one.
I did. I always bet on Boise. I bet on Boise every week.
My loss was Texas, Kansas.
Something's wrong with Texas.
Yeah.
This was 50-48 in this game.
Yep.
I know I picked Texas on the show. I ended up not betting them in real life. And again, follow us on Drinkin Bros Sports because it was a last-minute decision where I just felt off about Texas this year. Like, I know you picked them for your CFP Final Four.
I did.
I picked Michigan, and those teams were off this year. I don't know what it is because they clearly have the talent, but this was a late field goal, man.
Yeah,
right as time expired.
It was close.
Kansas should have won this fucking game, and they didn't. Baylor, Oklahoma State, again, weird teams, man. We don't bet this fucking shit. SMU, again, don't bet that fucking weird shit at 19. How are you 7-0 and only at 19? Who do you play there? Temple?
SMU, what are they in the American Conference?
Yeah. Minnesota's been the shocker of the year. Rutgers, this was a 28-point spread. Look, Rutgers, whatever the spread is, bet against Rutgers. I looked it up this week. They're playing a school called Liberty.
Liberty, that's in South Carolina, isn't it?
Don't know. It's 7.5 against Liberty. You were a Big Ten school. You were playing a school called Liberty, where I don't know what state, city. I don't even know what you're known for.
Wait, who's playing Liberty?
Rutgers.
And
they're only favored by 7.5. They get housed by Minnesota.
That's got to be a fucking D2 school, right?
Minnesota's undefeated this year. A lot of noise. Dude, Cincinnati rolled again. They're 6-1 at 21. Missouri lost. Called that game. We had that one with the points against Vanderbilt. I was really happy about that.
Liberty is in Lynchburg, Virginia. Now, you got to think, if you're in a city...
Love their lemonade.
If you're in a city called Lynchburg in the South, it's 2019. You may want to go ahead and change the name of that place.
But get an iced tea on the way out of town, a lemonade.
Stop.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the place. That's where they were born. Born and bred. Born and bred. Purdue, Iowa. Again, this was a weird one. Told you not to bet it. And then Appalachian State, dude. I rolled the dice with this one. Told you to bet it. And they fucking housed them. 52-7. It was a nice one. Out of Appy State up here in Boone, North Carolina. Let's get to the games next week, shall we, D'Anthony?
Oh, hey, are you watching the YouTube here?
No.
Because Angie Everhart's tooling around in there right now.
Is she really?
I heard you're going to be on her show tonight.
I am going to be on the
She's talking shit to our fans.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Go follow supermodel Angie Everhart on Facebook.
Yeah.
She's doing live podcasts off of there. She's shooting down here in Wilmington, North Carolina. We have our new studio finally up and running, Angie. It is gorgeous up in here, and we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you back. She was a blast, man.
Yeah, she's super fun always. I'm just going to pause for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Craig Dulesky says Ohio State is the only real college in the Big Ten. By the way,
I
Penn State fucking beat them, and you guys don't even fucking exist, Iowa. Shut the fuck up, Craig.
Yeah.
Remind me to stab him. By the way, he's thinking about coming to that Ohio State Penn State game too, yeah.
Oh, dude, we'll be at Richard Danoff's tailgate.
Yeah, he knows. We were talking about it the other day.
Yeah. Big Dick Rich. We'll be there.
I've got to wear those stupid fucking
Buckeye beads.
Beads.
Boom.
Ugh.
Boom. Yeah, so let's start with the NCAA spreads this week. You know the rules, kids. You follow us every week, and we go game time spread, day spread, versus how much the line has moved in the last 12 hours here. First up, SMU is on that Thursday night game. They're now down to 16, Dan. They're now down to 16 in the nation.
Yeah.
SMU against Houston. So I looked into this because I wanted to find out more about SMU. They are undefeated. They're now 16 in the country. It's time to start paying attention.
Yeah, and Houston, by the way, can put up some fucking points. We saw that last year and this year.
They can. However, their quarterback decided to sit out the year in one of the weirdest moves I've ever seen. After 4 games, you can play an extra year if you just shut it down.
Yeah.
He is uninjured, thinks he can go pro, apparently, and she shut it down and quit and walked out on his team, and his coach actually suggested it. It's the weirdest story of the year. But they've won a few games. So after looking into SMU a little further here, they've got that quarterback who was supposed to be the starter in Texas.
Yeah.
That Shane Bouchley, Bobby Bouchley, Buckley. Bouchley.
How do you say it for real?
Who knows? It's like Bobby Boucher to me. Anywho,
probably Bushell. That's how I would say.
He's been torching people. He's been absolutely torching people, and he is who they thought he would be. Just didn't get a fair shake in Texas. It happens, man. Look, Joe Burrow is thriving down in LSU. Couldn't be happier for him. Obviously, if we play you guys in the national championship, I'll tell you to get fucked. But in the meantime, couldn't be happier for Joe Burrow, and that's great. So Texas fans are probably pretty happy for this kid. Taking SMU at 16 here, 7-0. It is minus 14.5. Are you ready to bet this on a Thursday night game? At 14.5 for SMU, D'Anthony.
Yeah, I'm going to take it.
Here's what I'm going to do.
I think they're legit.
I think this kid, we get to see him play.
Though.
We get to see him at Texas a little bit. I'm going to buy a point on this and take it down to 13.5. Yeah. And then I'm going to do it, and then we'll watch this game on Thursday night and get weird somewhere. Next up, the noon game. Come on, Wisconsin. Noon game, number 13, Wisconsin at Ohio State. The Ohio State University at noon. Ugh, at least it'll be a nice day. It'll be 61 degrees there at noon. This is minus 14.5.
Same. I'm taking it down a point.
I am too. I'm taking this at 13.5, and I'm going yard on this. If they just jam the box, our defense has been lights out this year. If they jam the box and shut down Taylor, this is a big game for us, and it's time to show out a little bit.
Yeah, it won't matter. By the way, so a bunch of people have been asking us what some of these phrases we use, like by a point, mean.
Correct.
So let's go to the this game on MyBookie. So you click on the minus 14.5 next to Ohio State.
So minus 14.5 means that Ohio State has to win by 15 in order to cover a minus 14.5 spread. When we say we're buying a point, you have the option when you check out, so to speak, because that's how this online betting works at mybookie.com, to buy a point, a half a point. You can buy up to 3 points. However, you're not going to make as much money back.
Yeah, so it changes the actual odds.
But it is a nice safety net, and especially if you're betting big on a game like this, which we are, that is a nice safety net to have.
Yeah,
because this very well could be a 14-point game.
Yeah, so I'm going to put 500 on it.
Yep.
Because it's a big game.
It is.
And then, so you click on the minus 14.5, and then on the right side of the page, you'll see the bet slip pull up. And you see a little a drop-down menu with buy points, and you can go all the way up to 3. You can buy 3 points. There's also a 6-point teaser. We'll get to that later.
Yep.
But you can buy up to 3 points, and this one I'm going to buy 1. So instead of making, hang on, let me go back. Instead of making $438 on a fucking $500 bet, what I actually will make if I win this is $370. So it's less.
And the reason why you're making less for what you put down is Ohio State is a heavy favorite in this one. Look, the favorite, you're gonna lose some vig on that. So you're gonna lose some juice on the back end if you're taking the favorite. And when you're not, you can win more money. So we are taking Ohio State at minus 13.5. That is how you do this on mybookie.com. Again, promo code Drinkin Bros doubles your deposit all the way up to $1,000. Oklahoma is the next noon game. They're playing at Kansas State, and the line is 23.5 is what I have. Has that moved at all?
Let me check. Can't spell.
Nah, you gotta.
No, it's still 23.5.
It's a K in Oklahoma, not a C. Still it's 23.5.
Yep.
Here's the surprising thing about Oklahoma. I can't recall a spread this year, except for Texas, that hasn't been at right around 23.5 or more. I mean, this is at Kansas State. Kansas State is 4-2. They're not terrible, and that's a big boy number there. Do you think they cover this?
Yeah.
We do.
I mean, look, all the teams they've played, they've beat by this much, except for Texas, which was a much smaller spread.
And we actually had that game. We had Texas in that game, which was nice. It was 11 in that game was the spread.
Yeah, and they won by 7, a touchdown.
Yeah. Late. And it was good. Yeah, look, I think Oklahoma wins this game by 20. The reason why they put this at minus 23.5, 24 is your sweet spot for a game like this. And I think this is a 4-score game. But, man, Oklahoma's got to slip up once, right? They've got to not cover once. So this one I'm not going to touch, actually. Next up is Craig Dulesky's team, Iowa. Are you taking that game? You are. Yeah,
no,
you're taking the
Oklahoma game. No.
You're not?
No, because I think it's a decent bet to make, and I wouldn't hate on anybody making it because
Oklahoma's looked so dominant this year.
Homeboy's still in the fucking Heisman race, and he's going to be trying to put up as much points as possible. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, look, they're probably going to blow him out pretty big. I would say 4 scores. But I don't it's a rule of averages. At some point, they got to fuck up. So.
Yeah, 23.5 on the road, man. I probably stay away from this. Iowa at Northwestern. Iowa's 20 in the world, and I can't believe it because they're 5-2. Not really sure they deserve to be there. None of their wins are really that impressive. It is Iowa minus 10.5 against Northwestern at Northwestern. Yeah, sure. I'll buy a point on this and go down to 9.5.
No, I'm good.
Really? You're all done with that. You're all done with Iowa this year. You and I were both on this train earlier this year.
I think Iowa's got a great defense. I don't think they
can
score. I'm not going to bet any kind of large spread on them. I don't care who it's against.
You know what's weird is after Ohio State houses a team like this, they usually come back and do something the next week. So we'll see. But, yeah, I'll take a point, and I'll buy this down to 9.5. And Greg Dulesky, I'll ride this one out with you, but only at 9.5. Next up, Appalachian State against South Alabama. We love Appalachian State. And the reason why, not because they're a North Carolina school, but because when they were Division II, they beat Michigan at home in one of the greatest college football games I've ever seen in my entire life because I hate Michigan so much, and it made me laugh so hard. Yeah. I was in Vegas when that happened.
That was devastating for Michigan fans.
I was in the fucking Bellagio casino when they lost, when that field goal got blocked, and I've never laughed harder. To this day, their jersey sales are still through the roof.
Yeah,
I am all in on Appy State, dude, covering minus 26.5. I think they win by 28.
I'm not going to bet 26.5 on a team like App State.
I do.
No way.
I feel that magic, brother. I feel that magic in the air, dude, down in App State. I'm doing it. I rode the hot hand with them last week, and I'm doing it again. Next up, big boy game. Now we're getting somewhere. I mean, look, Wisconsin, Ohio State is good. I just think this one will probably be a little closer than that. This is Auburn, number 9 against LSU at LSU. Spread is 11.5 in this game.
It's 11.
Ooh, is it down to 11? I mean, a lot of people are betting Auburn right now. Man,
I watched that Auburn game against Florida.
I did
no
too.
Fucking way, dude.
I did too, man.
LSU is gonna smoke that ass. This is a 14 to like 21 point game, minimum 14.
Look, LSU has been on a fucking roll.
This is Burrow's chance to prove he's legit against a real SEC team before they roll into fucking Alabama. Like, this is a tune-up game for them.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna fucking smoke the shit out of Auburn here.
I think so too, and I'm going LSU by 2 scores. I think they probably gained a little confidence knowing Tua is out too.
I think so, yeah.
Where they're like, hey man, we got a real shot at this thing.
Like it's
a real honest to goodness shot at this thing.
It's a stress reliever.
Yeah. So now if you're the coach, order on.
No.
Whatever he says to his fucking players, I go in the locker room and I say it. We can actually win, and I think
his voice sounds like the door stopper when you just flick it. That noise that it makes. Yeah, that's what his voice sounds like to me. Just, dude, stop talking. Learn sign language, and that's how you pump your fucking team up.
Look, I think LSU wins. I think they roll. I think they win by 14. I'm betting this, and I'm betting it big. I'll probably go 300 on this one. I'll probably go 300.
Yeah,
like that one. Penn State's at Michigan State. Whew. Penn State's still getting 0 respect in this one.
I know. They're going to
Penn State minus 6.5. I'm betting Penn State.
Michigan State has lost fucking 3 games already this year.
Fucking crazy, man. They just housed Michigan.
They lost to Ohio State bad, and they got shut out by Wisconsin. I think Penn State is a better team than Wisconsin. So why?
So do I.
Why 6.5?
I don't know.
Wisconsin beat them 38-0.
I bet this as soon as the show is over, I'm putting money on this. That is crazy to me. The disrespect for Penn State this year, not in the polls. They've got them at 6.
Yeah.
They've got them at 6 in the polls. Why do you have this spread at 6.5? I'm looking at the weather. It's 55 and sunny.
Yeah, I might take it down to 6 just to.
Not me, man. They win by fucking 2 touchdowns, in my opinion.
I just like those even numbers.
Any points. I know you do, Rain Man, but I'm fucking taking this at 6.5 and going all in. Next up, Texas at TCU. 1. The spread is 1 in this game, and this is another one that puzzles me. TCU is a 3-3 school. -1 for Texas.
This game is always close.
It's fine. It's
and
1
Texas, point. TCU's lost 2 in a row though.
Yeah,
to Iowa State and Kansas
Texas.
State.
It's in Fort Worth. It's 66 degrees. Gonna be a gorgeous day for Texas and McConaughey to get on that horse, man. Cover -1. Cover -1, man. I'm taking Texas in this game. I'll probably put about $200 on it, man.
This is basically a pick 'em. I don't get it, man.
I don't either. Taking it, and I like it.
Although Texas did not look good last week, and I've heard some sports pundits think aloud that they're like maybe they've given up on this season.
Maybe.
And this is the kind of game where you can get exposed because TCU is a tough out.
Yeah,
sometimes.
they are. Look, they are. Ohio State played them last year. We saw them play in person last year.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to lose.
No, I don't either. Let me throw this out to you since you said that. You know the ultimate fuck you, what would be that Urban Meyer would do? And I think he would actually do this. Now that I'm thinking about this, because you just set it off inside my tiny little mind. He hated Tom Herman. Mm-hmm. He was our offensive coordinator at Ohio State. He left, and Urban was pissed because he backed up the truck and said, "Hey man, just stay here, whatever." Blah blah blah. Ends up going to Houston. Coaches Houston for like a year. Houston was great, and then he gets hired as the head coach at Texas. Texas is one of those schools where if you called Urban Meyer and said, "Hey man, the only other tough team is Oklahoma in that whole conference.
Yeah,
you know, to play SEC schedule, you don't have to do any of that bullshit." And you said, "Hey man, you can replace Tom Herman. We'll tell him to go fuck himself, and you can play on the national stage again." Yeah. I would take the Texas job over USC.
I don't think Urban cares about the money. The money is a reflection of the respect that the team has for him.
I think he cares about fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
I think he put his dick in Herman.
He does seem a little vindictive.
Yeah, man. A lot vindictive. Are you kidding me? Urban Meyer?
I can see that happening. And look, you would be just if it's about the ego, he would be loved more at Texas than he would at USC.
Goddamn right.
Because it's Texas.
You know who else backed up the truck for Texas backed up the truck for was fucking Saban, dude. And Saban, to this day, it was just like, oh man, it was close.
Yeah,
he was real close, man. So look, if TCU wins this game, and then let's say Texas stumbles in against Oklahoma and they get housed, you know, in the Big 12 championship, why not? If they're a 4-loss team, somehow, and I'm not saying that because I'm clearly betting Texas in this, but somehow, let's say you're right in this thinking, and they called Urban Meyer. I think Urban, that would be his final dagger in Tom Herman, and he would take this fucking job. I really do. That could be a sleeper, man.
I mean, it would be funny at least.
Oh, God. It'd be the best troll in college football history.
It'd be even funnier if he went to Michigan.
No, never do that.
And who
wants to fucking take that dirt nap team to a fucking... you ever been to Michigan up there?
Not for a game.
Boy, it's pure Michigan. That's all I'll say.
Sure it is.
That's all I will say. Next up, we got Maryland at Minnesota. Again, Minnesota 17. They're undefeated this year. They've had a great year.
Not a prayer, my man.
This year. This is Minnesota -17 here.
Maryland are a bunch of sneaky fuckers. I'm not betting this.
I am, but I'm going to take Maryland with these points.
I could see that. I don't go either way because Maryland is like fucking.
They're a gritty team, man.
They're gritty, but you don't know which team's going to show up. And
real hit and miss, but I'm going to do it, man, because I don't think Minnesota's been tested, and I think a team like Maryland. You know, you're at 7-0. Things are great. You know, you got your shoes off. You might bone.
Yeah.
I think this is when, oh my gosh, I've been drugged, and I'm getting I'm now getting boned with a strap on from behind.
It's actually Bill Cosby.
Yep.
In a mask.
Popping Z-bars in your fucking whiskey sour. And then the next thing you know, you're getting a nice De La Hoya.
I wouldn't mind a Z-bar.
Well, by the way, Oscar De La Hoya's in some hot water for that. So
yeah, for Z-bars?
Nah, putting a brush up his own ass and then asking a woman to film him while he jacked himself off in the shower. And
what's wrong with that?
Really weird story, man.
You can put whatever you want to up your own ass, by the way, and that's perfectly legal. You can also ask people to do anything, and that's also perfectly legal. However,
he put his fist inside of her vagina after that when she said no. And so that's
I don't believe that.
Well, look, I don't know.
And here's why. I've tried to put my fist in the vagina with permission, and it's not easy.
It's hard.
So
it's hard.
Can't imagine if somebody could do that to you against your will.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not a victim blamer at all.
No, not at all.
But some of the stuff is just like, I don't know about that.
So look, whatever happened to her, Beaver, just know that I am not taking the Minnesota Beavers.
Was that an Oregon State?
Nope.
Minnesota's the Golden Gophers.
Yep, same thing, same animal. I feel like it's the same animal, same place, Dan.
Jamie,
Beaver, gopher.
Can you get us a beaver and a gopher in here so we can chuck them up?
We're gonna have a fight to the death, see who wins. But I'm taking the Terpins. I'm taking the little turtles. Little turtles. Minus 17.
I don't understand why Maryland doesn't do a deal with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and just have them on the sideline for every fucking game.
Be great, wouldn't it? I think you know what?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are just kicking the shit out of the mascot from the other team.
There's a story behind this. It's Saban. God damn it, I forget his name. I know it's Saban, first or last name. I forget who owns the Ninja Turtle franchise, and it is just mega money, and he doesn't license it for shit. So there's no way. They never license that shit.
We just got to slip him a Z-bar and put our fist in his vagina.
Yep. Just got to go De La Hoya. Next up, Oklahoma State is playing Iowa State, and it is minus 10.5. Iowa State is coming in at 23. Sneaky team. We say this every year, man. They're always a tough out. They're always somehow fringely ranked like this, right in the mid top 20s, right there, 22, 23 range. This game, man.
To me, this is like
you got to be a desperate soul to bet this.
Yeah, this is like if someone's like, "Hey, there's a fucking concert in town this weekend. You want to go?" And like, yeah, maybe. Who is it? It's Warrant. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, man.
I'm fine.
Warrant? No, I'm good.
Who is it? Stained without Aaron Lewis? I'm fine. I'm fine. Is it Creed without Scott Stapp? Nah, I'm good.
Is it Creed with Scott Stapp? Still good.
Still good on that one. Next up, this is gonna be my shocker, by the way. This is my shocker of the week here. Arkansas, who is terrible at 2-5. They're playing Alabama, number 1 team in the nation, 7-0. Spread is 32.5, minus 32.5 for Alabama. I am taking Arkansas with the fucking points in this one.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'll take that one.
I watched that kid play, this backup quarterback for Alabama, and
I mean, they're just going to run the ball, right?
I think so,
but it's to beat somebody by
that many
33 points.
You got to beat them by. You're looking at 5 touchdowns essentially.
5 plus whatever they score, which probably won't be much. Let's be real.
I mean, that is so many fucking points, dude. For a team that is probably going to be running the ball. That's my shocker, dude. I'm taking Arkansas with the points this week.
Arkansas has actually played some tough games. I mean, they got wiped by fucking Auburn last week, but they against A&M it was 31-27.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see, man. But yeah, that Jones kid's a quarterback for Alabama, and Mac Jones, and he did not look great. Now, granted, he was probably not expecting to play this year.
Yeah.
But he's going to have a full week of practice. I still think Arkansas surprises some people and covers this spread. Next up, we got Boston College at Clemson. This is normally a good game. Boston College normally has a pretty decent team.
Mm-hmm.
They do not this year, however, and the spread is Clemson minus 34 points. Boy, you're going to have to really twist my dick on this one to take Clemson minus 34 in a game like this.
I think it's absolutely possible, but I'm not going to bet it.
Me neither. Why risk that? Again, Lawrence is just throwing 900 interceptions. Why risk it on a game like this when there's much, much better games to bet? And that's the other thing about gambling that we were talking to you guys about earlier in some of your questions and things that you were asking us. If there's better games out there, don't just bet these weird games just to do it, unless you're a fucking weirdo like me. But even then, I stay away from this game. Like, God damn it, there's a million great games to bet this day. This isn't one of them, man. At minus 34, could Clemson do it? Sure. I don't know what team is going to show up for Clemson.
This game could easily be 34-0, to be honest.
Yeah, but I don't know. so therefore, I'm not going to bet it. This one, ooh, woo. I'm gonna go full disclosure on the audience on this one. I saw this last night at 12:30 in the morning on my phone. Wife was sleeping. I saw that Notre Dame was playing at Michigan. Michigan was favored over Notre Dame.
Not anymore. It's a pick 'em.
Is it really? It was -1 last night for Michigan. I put $500 on this fucking game at 12:30 last night underneath the covers of my room so my wife wouldn't see me. That's how much I couldn't believe this game existed. Look, we've shit on Notre Dame, and we will continue to shit on Notre Dame. They have a good defense. Michigan looks like shit. To me, this is one of those knockout games that just absolutely destroys a program and causes Harbaugh just to walk off the field, and maybe somebody fires him, on the sidelines. I think Notre Dame is going to pull their panties down and khakis.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, Harbaugh wears whitey tighties. We all know that, a.k.a. those are panties now. And he's going to fuck. This is it. Notre Dame's going to beat the shit out of Michigan.
I think that might be his problem. He needs to switch it up and go like a Euro cut bikini brief.
Maybe. But you've got Notre Dame, right?
Yeah, winning this game.
By a lot.
I have 10 points maybe.
I have it as a 2-touchdown game in my mind. I also have Tanya Harding winning the gold medal in my mind. I think she deserved it. She was the only one doing the
extra work.
Triple axles. Yep. She was the only one to pull that off. Triple axle.
Nope.
So, going with Notre Dame on this one, going hard. Kalen, is it Cathrone or Catrone?
Catherine.
Catherine?
It's not.
Finally got to the bottom of it. Bottom of it.
We've known that for a while.
We're going all in. I'm going all in on Notre Dame in this one, and I'll be amped to watch this game. I will sit down with a nice big bag of popcorn and a marijuana stick and watch this fucking thing and enjoy my life. Next up, the ladies of Arizona State. We see you. You're hanging on at 24. We get it. It's like they're hanging from the second story of a fraternity window. These
tits
ladies.
are out, beads around their neck.
Oh, fuck. Can I just hop down into the bushes? Am I going to make it? Am I going to break a leg?
Yeah.
Ladies, I don't know. Ladies. You're playing at UCLA. It's -4 for Arizona State. UCLA is 2-5. I'm going to lean with the ladies on this one.
I don't bet Pac-12.
I don't bet Trap 12 either. But I do bet the ladies of Arizona State. When they're in trouble, Dan, I will not let them down. So I will throw $50 American on this game for the ladies of Arizona State.
There's two ways to approach that. One is to save them. The other one's to let them fall and then nurse them back to health.
Sure.
I lean towards the latter.
Okay.
Because there's just more reward.
With me, Dan, I am the latter. And I let them. I pull them off that window ledge on the second story fraternity window, and I carry them down to safety.
Lessons not learned in blood are soon forgotten, my friend.
You betcha.
So,
who said that? Edgar Allan Poe.
I think it was Jesus.
Yeah. Well, one of them. A lot of people said Poe was like Jesus. Next up, we got.
They're both really into crows. I know that. Can you imagine Jesus, the Sermon on the Mount, he's just got a crow on his shoulder, and they're like, Jesus, what the fuck, bro? We're in the Middle East. Crows don't exist here. He's like, I brought it from home, brother.
From home, dude. Sorry.
That's where McConaughey Jesus comes in. He's like, oh, bro, do a McConaughey Jesus explaining why he has a crow on his shoulder.
God, man. I got a crow on my shoulder because I got 2 Arizona State ladies in the window, dude. 1 crow on my shoulder is worth 2 bushes. Nailed that. God damn it. That was off the cuff, too. Real proud of that. Next up, we got Cal at Utah. This is Utah minus 21.5. Trap 12. I don't bet this unless it's the ladies of Arizona State. I'm sorry. Trap 12. I know you're not taking this either, so I'm skipping over you. You don't give a shit about this game.
What, Cougs in Oregon?
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry, the California-Utah game.
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, Utah looked great against fucking blah. My fucking brain just will not allow me to even accept this information.
Nope. Look, I get it. They're 12.
It's like a pop-up blocker in my head.
We have fucking Utah fans, man, on Drinkin' Bro Sports, but I just can't get down with Utah. I'm sorry. They crushed my dick on a bet earlier in the year, and I'm good on the trap 12. I'm done with it. I want to. By the way, I really would think we should probably fucking trademark that, because that is exactly what
the trap 12.
Yes,
yeah.
It's exactly what it is gambling wise every single week. Next up, we got Washington State at Oregon -14. Has this line moved? 1, 2. What is the over on this game? Because Washington State has been putting up points, man. Yeah.
It's still 14.
Whew. Boy.
Let me see about the over. What
is the over? It's probably going to be 70, 70 probably.
My bookie doesn't have it. Hang on.
Probably not. When it's this high this early in the week, it'd be hard to lay down a huge number of 70 for an over this early in the week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I doubt if my bookie has that.
No, they don't. Actually, another site that I use doesn't even have a line on this game.
I get it, man. Look, this Oregon is my cancer. I don't bet Oregon. I'm done with it, man. I love you, Prefontaine, but I've still got some blonde in my hair, by the way. Shit is still not grown out completely.
You're welcome.
Well, my wife is welcome. Let's flip over to the NFL, shall we? So to recap, college football, a lot of great games. There's a lot of great games to bet. Feel real confident this week. Again, now here is my fucking Tiny Tim. I should have a fucking crutch throughout this segment. Just a little tiny crutch, and just say,
yeah, some gold for Christmas. Have a goose for Christmas. I don't know what to do here.
Fuck you guys, dude. I'm going hard. Wow. I just saw the spread for this. I'm not going hard on this game.
No.
Is that real? Is that real, man? This is the Thursday night game. This is Redskins at the Vikings. This is Vikings -15.5.
This is Vegas hubris right here. They're like, you know what? This has been the best season in the history of Vegas for fucking NFL
ever.
Because of all the bullshit. They're like,
ever. This has been the best season they've ever had in Las Vegas this year.
It's like you just hooked up with the hottest girl in the world and you fucking show up at the club the next night. You know what? Fuck all you people.
Wow, 15.5.
No
man.
way.
I was so ready to say I'm going hard as rain on this one. And then I saw 15.5.
No fucking way.
Yikes. Are you kidding me? Boy, and Thielen's out too. You got arguably your best receiver out. They're like, 15.5. That's tough, man. Shit. I was not mentally or sexually prepared for -15.5.
Nope.
Boy, that is like a De La Hoya fist.
It is right in your beehole.
Right in my beehole there. I'm not betting this game. I can't do that at 15.5. I'm sorry. Look, the maybe the Dolphins I would have in this game.
I don't know. Minnesota's 5-2 against the spread this year.
They're 5-2 in real life too. So, look, you can bet this at your own peril, your own risk.
Certainly not betting that.
I'm going to take a little Bessie Johnson off of the waiver wire here, and try to make some magic happen in fantasy. But and I'm starting him, but I'm not going to touch this game at 15.5. Holy shit! This next game is really interesting. And look, there is no spread because I don't know if Matt Ryan's going to play. Do you have anything on Seahawks at Falcons?
Oh, boy. The 49ers just got Emmanuel Sanders.
Right now?
From the Broncos, yes.
That's breaking news?
Yes.
Holy shit. He is great. God damn it. He's the only one that's come back from that Achilles injury. He's had a great year.
That is a big fucking move right there.
It is. They don't have any receivers there.
No. Well, they do now.
Yeah. Shit.
It's him, Kittle, and fucking Breida and Coleman now.
Man, when is the AJ Green shoe going to drop? I think he's got to be gone, right?
The Bengals?
Yeah.
I mean, they're 0-7. How much longer is he going to stay around?
Trade him, man, because he's about to come back from that ankle injury.
Well, it's not going to be the Patriots now, who would have been my first pick because they got Sanu.
Same here. I would have said that too.
So, and it's not going to be the Browns wouldn't do it. They're having too many struggles. They have receivers already.
They've got great receivers.
Maybe the Packers, but they don't usually trade for people midseason.
No, they don't do anything.
So who would it be? The Texans have Hopkins. They're not going to do it.
No.
Maybe the Cowboys. Maybe.
Ooh.
I mean, that'd be a good pickup for them.
That'd be nice.
Him and
What
Cooper.
do you think that is? Is that a second round or is that a first round? He's old.
Second round.
He's getting
pick.
old. Yeah,
it's a second round pick.
Man, I wonder if the Patriots went to him first.
Maybe. I mean, look,
Sanu fits in that system better, and I know that sounds weird, but it's true. In the Patriots system, but yeah, man. I know they wanted Sanu before the season started, so maybe they don't. But wow, Emmanuel, that's great. He's a speedster, dude.
Yep.
He's not lost a step from the Achilles. So Seahawks or Falcons? I've got no spread on this because Matt Ryan's hurt, and they just traded Mohamed Sanu today. Do you have a spread on this here?
Hang on.
Because right now I got nada on this one, but I can tell you it's probably going to be Seahawks by 5,000 if Matt Schaub is starting for us.
No spread.
Yeah. Look, Matt Ryan's got an ankle injury. Fantasy-wise, he's been fantastic. And that is another death blow to people's fantasy teams. Because not only does that affect Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, and Calvin Ridley, but Devonta Freeman, who's had a pretty decent year. Yeah, look, they're going to get housed in this one. If Matt Ryan plays, this is probably a little closer because they've got nothing to live for. And they're just like, let's just chuck it downfield all game. And we'll see. And it's the Seahawks. They traditionally just don't cover, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But keep an eye on this. I would not bet this game if Matt Ryan is not playing.
Even if he does play, I would, if I were you, expect to have a picture in my inbox on Monday.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
A super gay picture of Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. We'll find out. Next up, we got the Eagles at the Bills. This is Buffalo minus 1.5. This is a really tough game to call because I thought Buffalo looked like shit. And look, we love Buffalo. That'd be a nice spot for A.J. Green as well.
Yep.
They look like shit against the Dolphins. They very easily could have lost that game, in my opinion. Now they got the Eagles coming in. The Eagles just got housed by the Cowboys. They're 3-4. They've got to win this game. This spread is exactly where it should be. But this, to me, is a pick 'em game in this one. And I would probably lean towards the Eagles in this game.
No way.
Really?
Yeah,
you got the Bills?
Yeah.
All right.
I think the Bills are trying to do shit. I think the Eagles fucking suck.
3-4. They're in the stink of it.
I think the Eagles have pulled off a couple of wins out of their ass, like against Green Bay, for example. But the other teams they've beaten, like fucking the Jets, we saw what the Jets were like this week. They just don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't think I think the Bills are going to end Buffalo.
Yep.
I think they're going to fucking light Philly up.
I'm going to take the Eagles in this one.
I'm taking the Bills.
We'll make this our Fight Club game of the week. D'Anthony, I'm going to take the Eagles, man. And it's been a weird year in the NFL, man. And these teams keep flip-flopping back and forth. Carson Wentz could get hot.
He could, yeah. But not against Buffalo's best pass rush in the fucking league.
That's what I would have said against. They had Miami at home last week, and it was a fucking disaster. That's a really tough ball game.
It's not going to happen 2 weeks in a row. I can tell you.
I'm going with the Eagles, and I'm getting minus 1.5.
I'm going to buy some little tables and put both of my dogs through those tables right as the game is starting, and that'll put me over the edge from this bet.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, we'll find out. Chargers at the Bears. Chargers have been the most unluckiest team in football this year. 4 of their 5 losses have been by 1 touchdown or less. Chicago, goddamn, they're just in a spiral, aren't they?
Yes.
This is -4 for Chicago. I feel like every week is -4 for Chicago.
Well,
For real.
they're not. Let's see. Chicago against the spread.
If I'm the Chargers,
2-4.
if I'm the Chargers, I try to trade Melvin Gordon.
Look,
Eckler has been great. He is your guy. Get rid of Gordon, get a first-round pick, move on with your fucking day.
I don't think they're going to get a first-round pick after his play and his antics.
There's a lot of teams out there that need a running back. You know who needs it? Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
I think they can get a first pick out of Buffalo. I mean, they're still rolling with Frank Gore in the backfield for the Bills. I like the Bills, man. Look, it's awesome for the league when they're great, but
I like the Bills too, which is why I would not wish Melvin Gordon on them.
But as a loner for the rest of the year, maybe you sign him, maybe you don't. You see how he does. Man, I would do that deal if I'm the Chargers. You're 2-5. You're in the AFC. It's tough. It's tough out there in them streets in the AFC.
It is.
Now, if you're in the NFC, 2-5, you might have a shot. But yeah, man, this Bears game, I would not touch this at all. I have no idea which Trubisky's gonna show up for this fucking game. Bears defense actually looked shitty last week. So I have no idea. And again, a Chargers team that's lost 4 games by 1 touchdown or less. How do you look at this spread and determine, hey, man, I feel comfortable in that. -4. I mean, you're getting 4 points. So your margin of error is getting slightly smaller, but yeah.
I don't believe in either one of these teams.
I don't either. They're both done, in my opinion. So why bet on a worthless game like this if you don't have to? If you're a fan of these teams, great, go ahead. If not, fuck it.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Giants at the Lions. Man, Lions have sneakily looked good this year. This is Detroit -6.5. I'm taking this. I think the Lions win.
Detroit. They are 4-2 against the spread, so they're a little more consistent this year than usual. Doesn't Saquon come back this week?
Yeah, he was back last week,
but come back this week.
Yeah. Look, he's playing.
Well, he did. He ran the ball 18 times last week.
Yeah, he was back last week.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, he was back last week. He is. I've called him Barry Sanders forever. He's playing on a terrible team.
Yep.
And he's in the home of Barry Sanders, so maybe he lights it up. But I'm going Detroit on this one, man. And I'm starting Matthew Stafford in 2 of my leagues this week. That's only a touchdown.
I'm good with that, yeah.
I'm taking it. Although Kerryon Johnson is out, I heard. He had another fucking injury.
Doesn't matter.
I'm taking the Lions. Matt Stafford's going to throw for 9,000 yards. Next up, Buccaneers coming off a bye week, 2-4 against the Titans. Titans -2.5 at home to a shitty Buccaneers team. I mean,
nope.
Wow. Tannehill's now starting for the Titans.
Yeah.
You know, they've
I never thought I would hear that name again.
Mariota. He's 39?
I don't know. He started with the Dolphins, right? Like 80 years ago?
I feel like that. I feel like that. So we'll see. What is that, Jamie? The crutch. You got a little Tiny Tim crutch for me here? Yeah. Pop it on in. There it is. Ooh, Tampa Bay. I'm going to take Tampa Bay in this one. Tiny Tim is going to take Tampa Bay in this one.
Oh, man. I just don't want to have to be forced to watch this game.
Well, I am. And whoever's watching the video show live on YouTube, here's my crutch, my Tiny Tim crutch. And Tiny is going to go with Jameis Winston on a bye week because if he loses this week, that is it for him. And they are already asking Bruce Arians, are you going to pull him this week? And he said, no, I'm going to give him this week, which means he's probably going to pull him next week if he loses. Therefore, I think Winston wins this game.
Yeah, we'll see. He's done all right when he's in do or die games. Maybe they should just always have him under review.
How are the crab legs in Nashville?
I don't know that crabs exist there, but I'm going to get you a goose to go along with that.
Thank you.
But not
goose?
like one from a store. I'm going to go find one, cut its head off, and leave it on your porch like I'm a cat.
I'll cook it up.
Yeah.
I will cook it up. Tiny Tim.
Christmas is just around the bend, McScrooge.
Next up, we got the Broncos at the Colts. You were the Colts messiah. You were the Colts whisperer this year. This is Indianapolis -6. Now, did this spread change because they just traded Emmanuel Sanders off of the Broncos? The Brankies.
Let's see. No, it's still -6. I'm taking the Colts.
I will ride with you on this one. I'll ride with you on the Colts this week, man. Look, I've been down on Brissett and the boys. I will give this a go. It is at home, but I don't feel great about it. I just don't feel great about them, but I'm going to do it with you because you've been the Colts whisperer this year, so I'm going to go with you on the Colts at -6. And I'll take this now before the spread goes up in case, God forbid, they trade 3 other people.
I know, right? The Broncos are getting ready to unload.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
Philip Lindsay's probably going to be next.
Really?
Yeah. They got to reboot. They paid Flacco all that money, and Flacco's not the guy.
Philip Lindsay makes $4 a year.
Yeah.
So why not keep him?
Because they can trade him for fucking a first and a second round draft pick right now.
I think they might get a first for him, but you know, a sexy pick would be even sexier than Melvin Gordon on the Bills. Would be Philip Lindsay. He's gritty. Yeah. He's tough. He makes $8. That would be a good choice for Buffalo if they're going to try to trade one of those guys because you still have Royce Freeman on that team, and Royce Freeman's great.
He's good enough to keep the fucking lights on.
Yeah, he could be a starter, and he's great at catching the ball out of the backfield, and especially in PPR leagues. Problem is, you got Flacco back there, and who knows?
Yeah,
who fucking knows? But I'll ride with you in the Colts. Next up, we got the Bungles at the Rams. Yikes! This is a big spread, -13.
Everybody is betting the Rams. It's at 13.5. it just changed to 13.5 about 25 seconds
ago.
It's
weird, man. I'm gonna roll with this before it gets to 14, and I'm gonna take it. I think in a weird way, Jalen Ramsey has rejuvenated this team.
He has, yeah. You could see it. Like they're fucking. You could see it on the sideline.
Because this team is run by the defense. Jared Goff's not the leader of this team.
No. I think Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald are going to be the co-leaders of this team now.
Yeah. This is in London, though. Eesh.
Don't care.
Man.
That's good news for good teams and bad news for bad teams.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I'm going Rams on this one. Next up, Cardinals at the Saints. No spread. I got no spread on this one. What do you got?
Stand by.
Yeah, man. Is the reason they're holding the spread off that they think Breeze might try to play? Don't tell me that, right?
I don't think
that's
so.
Not right.
No, there's nothing on this one.
Maybe that David Johnson injury then for the Cardinals.
Probably, yeah. I mean, look, it's going to come out at like probably 13.5 would be my guess. If he's out.
No way. Well, maybe. It could be. I look
with
at
the Saints defense, dude.
Man, I would say probably this is probably going to be a 10.5 game. This would be a fun game to watch, though, I'll tell you that. Shit, down in the Dome. Nolans. Especially after LSU wins. Rolling down there after that. Yeah. Man, whew. Look, I won't bet on Bridgewater. I can't bet on Bridgewater. You can at home. But I still got the Saints to win it all this year. Next up, we got the Jets at the Jaguars. This is Jacksonville minus 5.5. Minshew. Dan. Talking about Minshew, dude.
I just don't feel comfortable betting on him. Like I like watching him. But,
so do I.
But he's like the prototypical Jaguars quarterback, and what I mean by that is what?
There could be a chance of shit.
Blake Bortles.
Yeah. Could be a chance of shit down in Jacksonville. At any moment. It's a tough one for me to swallow too, man. I stay away from this. And again, look, 2 weeks, we were just there.
Mm-hmm.
We just saw the Jets trash the Cowboys 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And they looked like dog shit last night. 4 interceptions for homeboy. And, but he could have a big game. I don't know. I don't bet this game. Next up, we got Panthers at the 49ers. Whew. Boy. Do the 49ers go 7-0, D'Anthony? The spread is 5.5.
I think they go 7-0, but I think it's a field goal game. So
Panthers have played well without Cam Newton.
They have. I'm not betting this game. I think the 49ers win by 3, but I'm not going to bet because I'm not sure enough about it.
Yeah. I don't touch this either. I'm not, you know why I don't touch this, to be honest with you? I'm still not a believer in the 49ers. I'm not.
I am. I think they're going to win.
Jimmy G, man, I just don't. He's not. He doesn't have that breakout game where it's like 4 touchdowns.
I don't think he's going to have that breakout game. I think you're looking at the wrong metrics for this dude.
Man, I don't like this. Nope, I'm not touching it. This is a big boy spread. Browns at the Patriots. Patriots minus 12.5. Yikes. Look, weeks ago I said they were going to lose this game. Browns were going to lose this game. We didn't know the spread, obviously. Patriots have been on fire. Minus 12.5 is a lot of points, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said that last night, though.
Yep.
At the Jets.
It's actually minus 13 now.
Oh, it's going up. So everybody. Oh, well, that's the new trade.
Yeah.
Everybody's betting on the.
But that's a red herring, though. That trade will not make that big of a difference for this game. It doesn't have time to. That's stupidity, in my opinion.
Maybe, and I'll tell you why. I think Josh Gordon might be out. So you're probably lining up Edelman and Sanu. Brady always loves to test out the new weapons. Mm-hmm. Even remember when they got AB? Mm-hmm. Fucking first series, touchdown AB. He might go to Sanu all night just to do it. Belichick's fucking weird like that. Brady might be the quarterback of the Bears next year.
Oh,
yep, maybe.
There's no chance that's happening.
Yeah, that's 12.5 is too many points for me.
Yeah, same.
I can't do it. Especially,
I will watch this game though because
it's gonna be an awesome game.
I want to see the Browns heartbreak. Like after they lose this game and they're 2-5.
Let me ask you, what do you do with Baker Mayfield at the end of this year?
I cut him. Actually, I would replace him right now, to be honest.
At 2-5?
Yeah.
I think you let him ride out this season.
I think he's surrounded by just about the best offensive talent, minus the line. The line's not great, but he's surrounded by the best collection of offensive talent maybe of any team in the NFL.
No.
And he fucking sucks, so it's time to go, guy.
Yeah. The weird thing about it is, like, he's got Matt Ryan talent around him with receivers and running backs and all that shit.
He's got 5 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Whereas Matt Ryan, you look at his numbers, shit, you would have thought, I think they're better than his MVP season for Matt Ryan.
Well, last year it was for sure.
I know, this year I think too, man. And it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? With the Browns, however, and this is for all you fantasy freaks out there like myself, I have been really hesitant to trade Beckham or Jarvis Landry or Nick Chubb. And look, Kareem Hunt is coming back week 8. And here's why. The last 6 games for the Browns are really, really fucking easy.
Yeah.
And they have the best schedule going in. If you're trying, if you're currently in position to get a playoff spot in your league, hold on to these Browns players because they might blow up. The only one that might come back and fuck you, though, is just Kareem Hunt thing. Because Nick Chubb is an all-star.
Yep.
All-pro guy,
he's
all-star,
great.
all-world.
He's
all I've ever wanted.
Very good.
Love Nick Chubb. But you've got to put in Kareem Hunt if you're picking him up, right? That's going to take some carries away.
I don't know. I don't know if considering how shitty Mayfield is, I might just run the ball 36 times a game and give both of those guys 18 carries, to be honest.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Either way, I've been reluctant to trade any Browns players due to the fantasy implications.
It's still early. We're midway through the season.
Well, look, OBJ, that has really, really fucked me and a lot of other owners. A lot of us had him in the end of the first round. And when you lose your first round pick, or they're a bust, like he is, and he's been a fucking bust this year. It's hard, man. Where you're just like, all right, let's try to get rid of him, get a good running back in there. Somebody. Speaking of which, this next game up, the Raiders, Josh Jacobs, man. There was a trade offer for Josh Jacobs for Beckham, and I was like, I'm on the fence, man, because if you have 2 other decent running backs, it's tough. And in the end, I held on to Beckham because of the last end of the schedule, knowing that I'll be in the playoffs in this. So we'll see. But this Raiders-Texans matchup here at this 425 game is really interesting at -6.5 because the Texans, man, sometimes they look like they could win the Super Bowl. Others, they look like just a giant Super Bowl of dog shit.
Yeah.
And
Kurt Summers is actually going to this game.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he got tickets from Benny.
Oh, Benny, the ticket guru. Love Benny. Tickets to all. Look, man, I've been 500 on the Texans this year.
They've been 500.
I know.
I think they're 4-3 against the spread. Yep.
I'll take the Texans in a bounce back game. And I say they win by a touchdown. Who you got?
Nope.
What?
I'm not betting this.
At all?
No.
You fucking dirtbag.
Yep.
Yeah, this is tough, right? Because this could be a field goal game as well.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean, the
Raiders have shown a lot of heart considering all they've been through this year.
Yeah.
And with the move to Vegas and all that stuff, there's some guys playing for their jobs. David Carr being one of them. It's a tough one, but I'm going to take for Kurt, dude. I'm going to do this for Kurt.
I think the Texans probably win, but
I'm going to say they win, and they
if
win
you're doing
by a
it,
touchdown.
If you're doing it for Kurt, then you should be betting on the. He's a Raiders fan.
Oh, is he really?
Yes.
Oh, fuck you, Kurt. I'm not doing it for Kurt. Here's your crutch, Kurt, right here, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it for you. I'm doing it for myself then. God damn it. It's just me being me again, brother. Taking the Texans -6.5. They're going to win by a touch in this one, and I'm looking at you, Kenny Stills, on the waiver wire. That is a great pickup for fucking Fuller going down. Jesus Christ, it's a mash unit out there in the NFL this year. Whew. This game, man, if Mahomes were playing.
Yeah, this would be one of the biggest games of the year.
You get the Packers 6-1 against the 5-2 Chiefs. This is at Arrowhead. -4.5 for the Packers. Who you got, D'Anthony?
Shit. I mean, you got to go Packers here, right?
I am too, yeah. I'm going Packers here. So you Packers fans, I think you've got it figured out. Your quarterback is what, 39-year-old? How old is he? 38, 39?
Who are you talking about, Aaron Rodgers?
No, for the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's 80 fucking years old, yeah.
It's crazy, right? There's going to be a lot of deep balls to Tyreek Hill and McCole Hardman, I can tell you that.
Yep.
But not much else. think they'll be playing from behind, and I got the Packers in this one all day. However, if the Chiefs win this game, man, this if Mahomes is able to come back, this could be a showdown against the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl, and that would be a really fun game. But I'm going to take the Packers in this one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a showdown either way. Just not as big.
Yeah, we'll see. This last game is, well, it's the last game on earth you'd want to see. Whoever made the schedule for Monday Night Football this year.
Yeah, how could you ever have thought the Dolphins should be on Monday Night Football at any point? Like, usually during the season, there are some Monday night and Thursday night matchups where, like, damn, this sucks.
Yeah.
They really got fucked. The NFL got fucked on this one.
Yep.
This one, they took their own fist and put it up their own ass. They De La Hoya'd themselves.
Reverse De La Hoya is what you call that. This is a huge spread.
There's no reason to bet on this game.
No.
Except for it's on Monday.
And there's nothing else going on.
Yeah.
Unless the World Series tinkles over into that day. This is an awful game, but the spread is so high too. Pittsburgh minus 14.5. You put a team that's 2-4, and you give them 14.5 points. For example, Buffalo. This was Miami at Buffalo last week. It was 17, right? When the game kicked off, it was 16.5. Buffalo has one loss this year. And this is a fucking 2 points less for a 2-4 Steelers team with no one left. Jalen Samuel is out. Roethlisberger is out. Mason Rudolph, I think he died, right?
He might be playing this week, actually. Is he back yet?
Who knows, man? That's the worst game ever. I feel sorry for anybody who has to watch this in real life. I really do.
I'm not watching.
I'm not.
I'll have my legs kicked up over my head, pounding off into my own face before I watch this fucking game.
Not a prayer in hell I'll watch this game.
Mason Rudolph's back, by the way.
Oh, good for him. Hope he can stay upright. This is a nice story here. Redskins quarterback Alex Smith has been throwing on the field after practices, just from a stationary position, but his right leg still remains protected. That was one of the worst injuries ever. I didn't know if he'd walk again, to be honest with you. Man.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where they were debating about amputating that leg.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's up walking around doing shit, good on you, my man. Good on you. All right. Let's get to the NBA preview. We named the show this, and then we went last with it. Because there was a lot of big moves made in the offseason, and I really want to go through these and get your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes and dreams. And I also want to talk about the people who've been showing up in China jerseys, protesting LeBron and some of these preseason games.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's great. I hate LeBron anyway, so this was just a fucking little...
Hey, before we do this, since it's the game is earlier today, or not earlier, but the game's actually today, I want to talk the Nationals-Astros.
Oh, good. Fire away. Yeah.
So Scherzer's and Cole are pitching tonight. This is one of the best goddamn World Series pitching matchups ever.
It is.
Like in the history of Major League Baseball. It's amazing.
The hilarious thing, by the way, if you go to ESPN's homepage right now, they have a picture of Verlander up, which is nice. So
that's good.
He's not had he's got a hotter wife, but that's about it. He's not had a hotter.
I don't know who Garrett Cole is married to.
Blonde girl. I saw her on Instagram. She's cute. She's not Kate Upton.
So
it's a big ask.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, I don't think that has anything to do with the game. Probably, right?
Yes, it does.
If that was the case, then Chuck Finley would have won 80 fucking World Series with the Angels because his wife is a fucking show.
It's the opposite, brother. You get that great a pussy, it affects your game, dude.
Does it?
Yeah. You can't. What, dude? Are you kidding me, man?
Is that why Tiger was out there fucking Waffle House waitresses and shit?
Yes, dude. You gotta go lower, man.
Yeah, I get it.
You got a Michelle Obama. You gotta go lower when they go higher. I think she said that. And
it's a reverse Obama. Yeah. So Houston wins tonight.
I agree. Look, Garrett Cole is Jesus. Yeah. That guy's all world.
Yep.
Is he in the last year of his deal? By the way.
Yeah, he's going to the Yankees next year.
That's what I think too, right? You have to if you're the Yankees.
Yes, but he probably won't because they've been losing out on starting pitchers because starting pitchers don't want to go there and have to deal with that right field fence.
I guess, but
they'll have to make him.
His number is 250.
I don't know. I think you'll have to have an average salary of somewhere in the $40 million range to go there. 40 to 43-ish would be my guess.
Yeah.
Over 5 years, probably.
I'd say 250, 260 is probably what he's going to go for.
At any rate, Scherzer spent a lot of time in the American League. For those of you who don't remember, he was with the Tigers back in the day. So a lot of these hitters have seen him quite a bit.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, they hit 280 as a team off of him. And he's had he's been dinged up a little bit. He's had a good postseason, but he's been dinged up a little bit. Garrett Cole is not even no one's come close to hitting this guy yet.
No, watch the early innings for Scherzer. That'll be a fucking telltale sign. Because
first or second.
He struggled in the first and second innings in the playoffs this year, and then steamroll the rest. He's able to make it through 6. But
they've also been sitting around for a couple of days waiting, and the Astros just a couple nights ago had one of the biggest moments in postseason baseball history.
Great. One of the greatest games I've ever seen.
Yeah, so they're going to be up, and the Nationals are going to be on their heels. They're going to get torched in Game 1.
Yeah,
but they should. I mean, look, this is in Houston. As the reason they scheduled this way is because the home team has the advantage. They should win games 1 and 2, and then Washington should win their home games, and then Houston should win games 6 and 7. That's how it's supposed to work out.
Is he going 7 games?
No, 6.
I don't think so either. I think 5. I say Astros in 5. They're, by the way, the heavy favorite in Vegas.
Oh, yeah, of course they are.
The heavy favorite in Vegas. Look.
The difference on this one is that Zach Greinke.
Greinke.
Yeah, against he pitches very well against the Nationals historically. So, and he also spent the last 6 years in the NL since he came over to Milwaukee back in the day. I think about 6 years he's been in the National League now. So he's seen them quite a bit.
Yeah. I think the Astros win this game. And I think, if memory serves me correctly, you picked the Astros to win it all at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Was that right? You fucker. You're great at baseball, man.
Here I go killing again.
I know.
By the way, the Astros fucking torch Patrick Corbin. They light his ass up. They hit over 300 against him as a team.
Yeah.
And that's their swingman. It's their number 3 starter against Greinke, who pitches well against and Corbin sucked in the playoffs. Not that Greinke's been great. I think it'll go 6 games because I think Washington is a fucking tough team. Soto and those guys and they're just tough guys.
Yeah.
But maybe 5. Could be 5.
Woo.
We'll see after Game 1. I'll make a prediction for the rest of the games.
I'm sticking to 5. Houston at 5. I think it's gonna be 4-1. I think the only game they get is probably a Strasburg win.
That I don't know. That's against Verlander tomorrow, right?
Could be a sweep. We'll see. Yeah, look, it depends on what Kate Upton is looking like tonight. Because if that game's tomorrow, she comes in wearing something fucking rocking, dude. He's not pulling out. No. And man, he could be off the rails. That could be their one loss. Let's get to the NBA, D'Anthony. The favorite in Vegas is the Los Angeles Lakers. That is the betting odds-on favorite to win the World Championship this year. They got Anthony Davis in the offseason. LeBron had, 90 games to rest, even though there's only 82 games. He was injured.
Yep.
Father Time is catching up to LeBron.
He also didn't play in the postseason for the first time in
90 years.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I think eight seasons. And the finals.
In the finals. But in the playoffs, I don't know when the last time he was in the playoffs.
I can't remember it. I don't know. I don't know that it's happened, to be honest with you.
I think it was his first year in the league.
So a lot of people are saying, hey, he's rested. This is the first time he's ever gotten rest in his career. He's going to be healthy. And you have arguably the best player, in my opinion. Anthony Davis is one of the best players in the league. We have not seen him get to sparkle yet because he's never had that guy to throw him the ball. He does now. And the betting favorites, and tonight, this is the opener tonight. This is one of the greatest openers ever. I wish Paul George was playing, but it's Lakers-Clippers. The Clippers are number 2 as far as favorites go in Vegas. How do you think the Lakers are going to do this year?
I think they'll win probably 53, 54 games, something like that. They'll have a good season.
Yeah.
I think they will lose in the Western Conference Finals to the Clippers.
It's funny you say that. I think they will as well. Look, I love and he's back. We're going to be hearing a lot of his laughter tonight on the court. I don't know if they win tonight due to Paul George.
I think the Lakers will win tonight.
Yeah. I mean, look, Paul George has got shoulder surgery on both shoulders. He's not slated to come back until November. I don't know that they even really care, to be honest with you, about that. You know, they'll slow play that when you got Kawhi. But I think Kawhi's going to ball out. And I think the Lakers are pissed off that they fucked him over. If I'm betting this tonight, do they have a lineup on this game?
Yeah, it's -3 LA. Lakers. Sorry.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
I would, if I was a betting man tonight, which I'm not typically for NBA games. I view it as baseball. Like it's just really difficult to predict NBA who's going to show up night in and night out. I would, you know what? I am actually going to throw some money on the Lakers tonight and watch this game because I think they're pissed off about the trade. Paul George isn't back yet, and I think LeBron wants to show off his new shiny toy.
Yep.
And I think they cover this. And look, I know what you're saying. Oh, fucking Clippers at home. There is no home. It's Staples, bro. They just switched the courts out. Yeah. So it's the same fucking courts. And I can tell you the Lakers fans are going to be real goddamn excited. Look, I lived there for 18 years. Lakers fans are going to be real goddamn excited to see Anthony Davis play his first game.
Yep.
And look, the excitement is also there on the Clippers side to see Kawhi Leonard, man. I mean, it's gonna be it'd be a rocking time at Staples if you're going to that tonight.
The thing that most interests me about this game is how Dwight Howard is going to fit into that mix.
You know, I think he's going to shut up and play ball because I think this is his last chance. To be honest with you, I think he's done. If they pulled him aside and said, "Hey, are you done with your fuckery? Are you done with your bullshit?" Yeah. If not, tell us because we're just going to cut you. And his salary, by the way, isn't guaranteed until January 1st, which is very telling. So he gets nothing if he doesn't just shut the fuck up and play basketball. So yeah, I'm all Lakers in this, but I am not on the Lakers for the championship. I am going to go. I'm going to go Clippers.
Yep.
As well, and it's tough. I go back and forth on this one because Paul George has to be healthy. If he's not, Kawhi Leonard is look. He's as great as he is. He's not good enough to beat a healthy LeBron and a healthy Anthony Davis. And look, you're still forgetting about Kyle Kuzma, who is great, but he's out. He's got a fucking ankle injury. He's not going to be back for a little bits. But if he comes back healthy too, it's a tough team. But if Paul George comes back, dude, Kawhi Leonard is just not scared of anyone.
No, he doesn't care.
Doesn't give a shit about life.
His brain just doesn't work that way.
Both of you guys. You and Kawhi, dude. It's the same way. You guys are fucking trained killers. You go out there, very little emotion. I've never seen you smile. I've never seen Kawhi Leonard smile.
There's no utilitarian benefit to fear, really, except for to protect you from I don't want to go near a snake because I don't want to get bitten by a venomous creature.
Right.
It doesn't scare me.
No.
It's just something to not do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's how Kawhi Leonard is.
He's a robot for sure.
Robot. He's a fucking robot. But I'm going to throw some money on the Lakers tonight. And by the time this airs, or this show tonight, you'll be able to catch this too, I believe. First game up tonight is New Orleans at Toronto.
No one cares about that game now because Kawhi's gone.
Kawhi's gone.
And Zion
is out for
6 to 8 weeks. Yeah.
Yikes. What do you think of the fucking look? I was really excited to see Zion play.
I think Zion
preseason he was fucking incredible, man.
Yeah, he was good.
Incredible. And then boom, he gets what some people are saying is some Greg Oden like luck. I'm not ready to go all in like that. The problem, this is what they're saying about him, not me. They're saying he's 283.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of weight, a lot of power, throwing shit down.
Yeah, but LeBron's the same.
LeBron, look, here's the reason, my opinion, why LeBron is so great. He's probably the most perfect NBA body you could ever put on a human. I don't think LeBron's shot is that fucking great. You give me Steph Curry all goddamn day long.
Yeah.
But he's got the perfect NBA body. He can steamroll people, and he's great. I think Zion's going to be fine. This sucks if you're a fan for the NBA, and it makes this first game real shitty to watch tonight. When this was going to be a banger,
yeah,
just to watch Zion dunk on people. But
Just for the fans out there, LeBron is an inch taller and 30 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
Than Zion.
Yeah.
And the Pelicans are going pretty hard. They're like, no, it's not because of his weight. Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Right.
Find out.
I mean, he blew his shoe out.
He's a big man.
Doesn't happen to small people.
Yeah. He's a big man.
I can't wait for the memes of Zion, like people photoshopping him with a beer gut and shit.
Oh, it's gonna be
in a wheelchair.
If he doesn't make it, he's Booger McFarland.
Yeah,
he's a younger Booger McFarland. What do you think about the Warriors this year? Because Steve Kerr just said Clay is likely to miss the season.
Well, first of all, Steve Kerr started out as a disciple of Phil Jackson, and Phil Jackson is the Bill Belichick of the NBA.
Correct.
So you can't believe anything that piece of shit says. And I don't say piece of shit in a mean way. I like Steve Kerr for the most part. I think he's kind of a dick sometimes, but I think he's setting expectations for when Clay does come back. I don't think Clay's going to miss this whole season.
You know, here's my thoughts on this. I think if they're in playoff contention and like a 4 seed or higher, I think they bring him back. If not, if they're 4 or lower and the Lakers look great and the Clippers look great, sit them out, let them get fully healthy, and then kind of reload and try to go after those guys next year. LeBron will be a year older. He'll be 36 next year.
Yeah.
That's my honest thoughts on him because Clay is great. He's a shooter. He's going to play if he's healthy, for a long, long time, man.
Yep.
And he's got one of those bodies where he's like Ray Allen. He could just shoot threes until he's 90 years old if he wants, but he's got to stay healthy. Me personally, I'd sit him out if they're not in contention. But I think they might surprise some people and might creep up in there, man.
They might, yeah. I mean, it's funny to hear putting Steph Curry and anybody on the court together at this point.
You got D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah.
You still got Draymond Green.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's still a good team. By the way, did you see Michael Jordan saying that Curry's not a Hall of Fame player yet?
I did see that, and I
like he's the unanimous MVP. He's won 2 MVPs. Get fucked, Michael.
Wait, I'm gonna stand up for Michael Jordan on this one. Here's why. I think he said it literally. It seemed to be in a joking manner, and he said, "Hey, you're not a Hall of Famer yet."
Yeah.
Meaning you will be. You're just not now. Meaning I am, and you're not. And it seemed to be joking amongst friends at that point. I don't think he was serious about that comment.
He is, though. If Steph Curry died today, he would be in the Hall of Fame tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Look, dude, Steph Curry is in. Yes. If he dies tomorrow, he's in. I think Michael Jordan, in this conversation, was joking around saying, hey, man, you're not in yet. I'm in, kind of in jest.
He went on to say that he would stick with Hakeem Olajuwon, Scottie Pippen, Magic Johnson, and James Worthy as his teammates on the starting 5. Everybody except for James Worthy, I would say yes. But come on, get fucked. James Worthy's better than fucking Steph Curry? Absolutely not.
It's not that. It's the team that you set around yourself. So Michael Jordan, personally, you need a James Worthy. You need a Hakeem Olajuwon.
No, you need a Scottie Pippen. You don't need James Worthy. Get fucked. I mean, James Worthy's a great player.
Was a Scottie Pippen before.
He was, but you don't need 2 of those guys. You need one of those guys. You need one wing player. You need one wing player,
I think
not 2.
You're pulling your pants down and taking a shit on James Worthy.
No,
and
James,
I will not have that.
You don't need him and Pippen. They're the same player.
Yeah.
Why would you want 2 of those guys on the same team? You can't have 2 wing slashers on the same team.
Worthy was a good fucking teammate, dude. Dare I say he was.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
Worthy.
But, no, we're not doing that.
We are.
And then, of course, Michael Jordan won 2 of his NBA championships because of little guys shooting 3-pointers for him.
Who's that guy? And
Kerr.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is. No, but look, Jordan hates the world and hates everything.
Yeah.
If you want to find out who Michael Jordan is today, read the Michael Jordan Turns 50 article in Sports Illustrated.
It's sad.
Before they go under. It is. It'll break your heart and soul. Let's roll through the rest of the NBA. I want to get to my beloved Hawks. The Hawks.
I'm actually kind of curious to see what happens with those guys.
Man, so here's the deal. I'll fess up here. On draft night, I was really pissed about the Luka trade.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was like, to me, that was a guaranteed winner, right? Versus Trae Young was great at Oklahoma, but then he got to the big dance and he kind of choked, and it was just like, this is over. I think they lost in the first round, if memory serves me correct. And then they traded back, and then they took him, and I was like, Season starts.
Yeah.
Luka is just destroying him. He's on fire, blah, blah, blah. Trae Young finds his confidence, and he is just shooting from half court.
He doesn't even give a shit.
Every single shot.
Yeah.
And he's become, to me, like if you're going to watch, if you're going to pay to watch a shitty team, right, like the Hawks, because the Hawks aren't, they might be able to sneak into an 8th seed.
Yep.
Or a 7th. That's about as much as I'll go on them. But if you're the Hawks, man, that's a guy on a shitty team that I would pay for. Like I would pay to go see him play. He's fun as shit to watch. Therefore, I'm actually stoked about watching the Hawks because I don't know what's going to happen with Trae Young every night, and it's fun to watch. And I always love watching a guy like that. So
they're also their average age in that team is like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Young is what, 21? 20. Yeah, he's 21. Fucking Herter is 21. DeAndre Hunter's 21. Cam Reddish is 20.
I know, man.
It's like fucking ridiculous.
It's a fun team. Yeah. It's a fun young team.
I think the oldest guy is Alex Len. He's 26.
and by the way, that's how I felt about the Pelicans before Zion went out. That was a fun young team. Lonzo Ball has looked great for the Pelicans in preseason.
Man, I just wish he would. I don't want to watch that jump shot for the next 15 years.
He changed it. So
a little bit.
It looked better. We'll
it's
see
like
tonight.
Instead of from here, it's from here now, but it's still ugly as shit.
Yeah, we'll see tonight.
Although, what's his name? Who is that guy from the fucking Suns back in the day? He played. He had the ugliest jump shot I've ever seen. Great player though.
Oh, I know exactly
fuck is
what
his
you're
name.
talking about.
I mean, he's more of a dunker than a shooter, but
yeah. Barbados.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Barbosa is who you're thinking.
Barbosa,
of.
yes.
But no, not
Barbosa.
him.
No,
not him. Hold on, I'll figure it out. Keep going.
All right, I'll keep going. We'll start with the Eastern Conference here. Look, the Milwaukee Bucks will probably be back in the Eastern Conference Finals. Giannis is the greatest.
Yeah, he's good. Very good.
My God, man, and he just keeps getting better. If he stays healthy, good luck. Good luck in the Eastern Conference.
There was a lot of talk about him being the best player in the league last year, like taking over that position. I don't think he did, frankly.
It's close. He's getting there. He's a young dude, man. People forget.
Yeah, he's very young. He's 24 now, I think.
Yeah. So and I have a weird prediction for you Bucks fans. I think he stays. I think this is a player who stays, and I don't think he goes anywhere. I think he's comfortable in Milwaukee, and there is something to be said about a guy leading a franchise, and they were real close to the finals last year. So, yeah, man. I like the Bucks. I think they'll probably win. Boston Celtics are my sleeper team in this conference. If you're looking for a sleeper on my bookie to put in the finals, they're not going to win it all, I don't think. But Kemba Walker, dude, is a fucking gamer.
I just want to point out that you said this last year about the Celtics, too.
Well, they got hurt. Everybody got hurt last year. Nothing you can do about that. It's like the NFL this year.
Sean Marion, that's who I'm thinking of.
Sean Marion.
Terrible shot, but it was good. It was
both
effective.
light-skinned guys, too.
I don't know if that plays a role, but sure.
Good. The more white you are, the shitter you are at basketball.
That's true.
I like Kemba Walker, man. I put money, so I put a hundo on them just to go to the finals in this. This is a nice sleeper team for me. It depends on if Gordon Hayward has the confidence to drive to the basket after that gruesome injury he had last year, man. For 3/4 of the season, the first 3/4 of that season, he looked like he did not want to drive to the basket. He wanted anything to do with it. Towards the end, though, it looked like he was coming around. And I think Kyrie Irving, truthfully, is a fucking cancer in the locker room.
Yeah.
Now that they're done with him, if you remember the year before, the Celtics with Tatum and those guys when it was just, Kyrie was out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's the thing.
They were one game away.
Like, Jordan was the leader of his team. But he didn't have to say that. And if you have to say you're the leader, you're not, in my opinion. So the idea, Kyrie was very public about, I want to go have my own team.
Right.
That's fucking the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my goddamn life. It's weak as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, how weak is it that you need to be number one even though you don't win?
I know.
Like, I need to be number one. I don't care if I win, because that's what he's saying. If he would have stayed with LeBron, they would have kept winning.
It's funny. It's interesting you say that. There was a comment about why Melo isn't in the league.
Yeah.
And they said, it was Chauncey Billups. She's like, look, man, Melo would rather score 30 a game and lose than that's why he's not in the fucking league. And everybody was like, whoa. That's how I feel about Kyrie, where it's like, if he's doing great.
To me, that is pathetic.
Same. I don't give a shit about Kyrie Irving. He was a flat earther for a while.
He tried to play it off. Like, oh, it was just a joke. Like, no, it wasn't. You actually got mad when people challenged you on it, dude.
Yeah. So they're on the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn fringe team for an 8th or 7th seed this year. I don't think dick of them. Miami has got Jimmy Butler down there. Jimmy Butler's he's got to prove that he's not an asshole after leading 2 teams in a row.
Yeah.
It's his team down there. So we'll see what happens. Miami playoff team fringe again. 76ers, man. This is a really interesting team. Now they picked up Al Horford in the offseason. And Al Horford is a fucking leader. On the Hawks, man.
That's the one thing they didn't really have on that team.
I know. They do now. But the problem, and this is why I just can't stick them in the finals, is they don't have a closer on this team.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons, finally made his first 3-pointer in preseason?
Yeah.
Yeah. And to me, if it's a tight game at the end, who is that guy taking that last shot? J.J. Redick is gone now.
Yeah, but Tobias Harris is a good 3-point shooter, and he's a good clutch player too.
He is, but he's not a superstar, man. And your superstar is...
Yeah, but neither is John Paxson or Steve Kerr, right? But they hit the big shots.
I know.
A guy like Horford in the high post, getting the ball to some of these guys, can make all the difference in the world.
Do you put Philadelphia in the finals? Because a lot of people are.
I don't see how you can at this point, to be honest, because they haven't proven anything to me yet.
Me neither. I would still go Bucks in the final. Like if I had to gun to head say, hey man, pick the fucking teams. Boston is a sleeper for me. I would say the Bucks.
Yeah.
And then I'd put Philadelphia at 2, probably Boston at 3. The rest of the Eastern Conference is truthfully just dog shit the way it is every other year. Brooklyn, fringe playoff team. We'll see what Kyrie does. Washington Wizards, man, they're stuck under the cap space of all of these fucking injuries. John Wall's not coming back anytime soon.
No.
I know they re-signed Bradley Beal, and congratulations, but what are you going to do with that John Wall contract? Detroit Pistons have Blake Griffin, and no one cares.
Yeah, he had the best year of his career last year, and nobody even noticed.
No one fucking knew, dude. He was also dating a Kardashian, and he should have went all in and married that girl. Then he
it's much more profitable than anything you can do in business.
Yes, forever. That was dumb. Our buddy down at the Orlando Magic. You want to give him a shout out?
No.
They're not going to do anything this year.
No.
Raptors, nada. I think they might end up trading Kyle Lowry around the trade deadline or something.
Maybe. Who would? I mean, it's got to be like a short-term loan because I don't know how much he has left in the tank, to be honest. I think Kyle Lowry's probably what is he, 32 this year? He's probably out of the league in 2-3 years.
Maybe.
A guy that size, he's not going to be able to hang around that much longer because he doesn't shoot the ball well enough.
Yeah. He's got a Paul Pierce body, but he's not as good as Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
Bulls don't give a shit. Knicks, oh boy. We were just in New York. You can't give Knicks tickets away.
No, they're oof.
Cleveland Cavaliers, no thank you. Not gonna win more than 23 games this year.
The Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets, man. Michael Jordan, you want to talk all this shit, right? Yes, you're still the greatest basketball player of all time, in my opinion. How are you the worst GM ever? And how do you let Kemba Walker go, who said he wanted to stay in Charlotte on this shitty team forever, and you still let him go? I don't know what the fucking story is.
Well, their starting shooting guard now is a guy named Dwayne Bacon. Good. Congratulations on the last name, but aside from that, I've never fucking heard of you guy.
Yeah, and I'm not bringing him home. Nailed it.
Nope.
Okay. Moving on to the Western Conference, my dude. Look, loaded in the Western Conference again this year. You got the Lakers, who we talked about. You got the Clippers, who we talked about. Denver. So Denver is my sleeper team to go to the finals in the Western Conference. They could sneak in there, man.
My sleeper is Dallas.
Hey, that's my second sleeper in the Western Conference, man. You have an all-European team, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, and let's face it, those motherfuckers play team basketball. Mm-hmm. There is going to be no ball hoggery on that team or haberdashery on there. And they're going to be a fun team to watch this year, man, down in Dallas. That's going to be a hot ticket. But those are my two sleepers in the Western Conference, Denver and Dallas. Houston. is interesting because they get Russell Westbrook. I just don't know how him and Harden coexist at this point in their career.
They've done it before, but they didn't really play on the floor a lot at the same time.
And they both weren't MVPs at the same time. Like, Harden's a fucking legit MVP contender every single year.
This is a leadership thing to me. So let's say I'm on a combat operation and there's a long shot to be taken, and I can shoot, but I have disgusting Justin with me, who I know can shoot better than me. Do I get out of the way and be like, hey, take this shot, kill this guy? Or do I take it myself out of ego? What are these guys going to decide to do? Because that's going to decide what their season's like this year.
Yes, I agree. And I just can't see this working out. I really can't.
I hope it does, because it would be great basketball to watch.
It'd be awesome. It'd be awesome.
But
it'd be great for the league.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
Phoenix Suns. Bunch of young talent down there that is great.
I think Devin Booker is a future MVP of this league. Like, he's one of the best players in the league right now.
He's capable of dropping 60 every single night, and but they stuck on this shitty team. And then look, you're in year 2 now of DeAndre Ayton, who's great as well. I don't know what happens with this team, so we'll see. Sacramento Kings, they just backed up the truck for Buddy Hield, $106 million. Look, Buddy Hield is a fine player.
He's very good, yeah.
I say fine, not great. Not horrible. He's a fine player. I just don't think you can't get bodies to be excited to play in Sacramento.
No, not. I mean, they did it with
way back in the
Divac
day and Weber. Yeah,
Weber and what was the?
And they still lost to the Lakers.
What was the light skinned dude's name? The point guard.
Bibby.
Mike Bibby. Yeah, from Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
Or he went to Arizona University.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I like those teams, those matchups with the Lakers back in the day. Those were fun to watch. But
never won one of them.
No, they lost all of them. And Vlade Divac would smoke in the fucking locker room during timeouts and shit.
Oh boy,
I'm pretty sure right now Vlade Divac. I know he works in their front office now, but I'm pretty sure he's still part of some fucking European gangsters association of some sort.
It's like Hito Turkoglu,
like the retired gangsters of Europe.
You know, Hito Turkoglu is Erdgedan's fucking right-hand man there.
Yeah,
he was on 60 Minutes the other night too, talking shit about Enes Kanter.
Oh yeah,
he said that guy's a fucking traitor.
I think they should just fight to the death.
Same here, it'd be awesome. The money's on Turkoglu.
I don't know.
He's older. But
yeah, he's older.
He's probably wily.
He'll probably bring a gun too.
Yeah, Enes Kanter's on that Celtics team. We'll run through the rest of this division here. Memphis, don't care. San Antonio Spurs, man. They used to be the jam, and now they're just kind of mediocre. Weird to see. Look, Dallas is my sleeper team. Golden State, if they're having a great season, somehow magically, if D'Angelo Russell's good,
well, we know he's good.
No, but good with Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, yeah. I think so. Here's the thing: Steph and Russell were both really good shooters and also very good ball handlers. And Draymond Green, they're both great passers too, and so is Draymond Green. Mm-hmm. That could be a really weird team that's successful despite their lack of certain things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be interesting. What do you think about the Trailblazers?
You know,
because they've been talking a lot of shit. They're like, "This is our year. We're going to win this year." I'm like, "No, you're not. What are you talking about?"
Watching Dame play,
it's fun.
Damian Lillard,
especially in Oakland, but that's over now.
It's over. He's their franchise, Damian Lillard, and of course they paid him. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. He's a one-team guy.
And they brought Hassan Whiteside over from Miami in exchange for what's his name?
Yeah. But they just
Zach something.
Portland just can't put the pieces together. This is a 6th seed to me, a 5th or 6th seed, and they might pull an upset in the first round and then lose, and they're out, same as every other year. So I don't know. Utah Jazz, fun to watch. So there's a lot of good teams in the Western Conference. I wish you could divvy up half the Western Conference and just put them in the East.
Yeah.
Then you'd have a parity, and every night in and night out would be a dream scenario on TNT. And they, by the way, best announcers in the biz. Love Inside the NBA.
You don't like Van Gundy?
No, I hate Van Gundy. I meant the Inside the NBA guys: Shaq, Kenny, Charles, and Ernie.
Yeah.
Those four together, man,
they're funny. Yeah.
Magic to me. I enjoy watching all of their shit. However, I don't like Charles Barkley's comments on LeBron James yesterday.
What did he have to say about LeBron James?
He said, look, man, you can't hate on LeBron for getting that China money when everybody else is getting that China money. I don't. Look, fuck, man, if China came up to us and offered us a shit ton of cash, right, for whatever, fine. I'm not gonna be a fucking hypocrite about it.
No, I'm still gonna say what I want, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what I want. One,
Yeah.
Two, my issue with LeBron is the same thing with everything else.
He's just full of shit.
Yes. Now, all he wants to do is fucking talk about what everybody else should do, and then he doesn't fucking do
No,
it.
he's one of those guys that starts a conversation, and then when he starts to lose, he's like, "Hey, let's just not talk about this, okay?"
Yeah. That's what he did with this.
He's a giant fucking walking vagina.
Yeah.
And
so,
I would love to beat the brakes off that guy. Just meet him somewhere out in public and just beat the shit out of him.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
It'd be really, really great.
He's a guy that, because of his height, everybody's been afraid of him his whole life.
Yeah.
But he's not that big a guy. He's like 250, man.
So with that, I've got, this is me, Clippers, Milwaukee. God, what a weird series in my mind. Clippers, Milwaukee in the finals. Sleeper-wise, Celtics. It'd be fun to see the 76ers get in there just because that city would be electric.
Yeah, and we'd see more of Freddie Mitchell.
Yeah.
He rings the bell to start the games a lot.
God, he's great. We love Fred X on the show. So that's my matchup, and with the Clippers winning if Paul George comes back healthy. Now, if he doesn't come back healthy, right? My dream matchup to watch in the finals would be Lakers-Sixers.
I mean,
stars against stars.
Yeah.
Let's see what the fuck happens. And I think Embiid against Anthony Davis.
Well, that's definitely what the NBA wants.
It's what I want.
I mean, really,
what
what
Ross Patterson wants.
I don't know. The NBA should want the Knicks Lakers every single year.
But the Knicks don't. They're not going to have a team for the next 3 years.
No, it's Dolan. They have to like. Who owns the Knicks now? They just got sold, right?
No. Dolan still owns them.
Oh God.
He still owns them. Brooklyn got sold to China.
That's right.
They got sold to China.
The rest of these owners need to get that guy out of there because the Knicks being bad is bad for the NBA. It's the biggest TV market in the fucking country, and that team sucks every single year.
And going to the Garden is a great, great experience, man. And that no child will have that experience.
Not for a while.
No. All right, let's answer some questions. Again, the sports show, we go live on our YouTube channel on Drinkin' Bros Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Probably should have said that at the top of the show.
No, fuck them.
Say it 3 hours in. You're right. Fuck them. So let's answer some of these questions, shall we? Shall we, D'Anthony?
Yes.
All right, fire away.
Let's see. One guy, Ryan Hoffman, and this is another thing. People have been asking for another show that explains gambling. So I think what we need to do is just have Kelly back on the show, and we'll just go round table. The three of us will explain every niche little fucking thing.
Yes.
Because it does get super complicated sometimes.
We were also talking about, by the way, and we just had our podcast up front in New York.
Yeah.
We're banding about putting a fantasy football show together as well, because that has been asked a lot on here, and I would love to do just a purely fantasy football show with Mr. D'Anthony as well. So that is also something we're talking about, and It'd make these decisions on a weekly basis easier because there's so much to go over in 2 or 3 hours or whatever, like every single week until you get to the playoffs. That it's like by that point fantasy's fucked. So I would that is probably also going to be something in the future, probably next year, to be honest with you. Sean Thomas, he says Urban Meyer's going to Notre Dame.
No way.
Someone not named Kelly to get us over that hump. Look. College-wise, that was my number 2 choice behind USC, unless the Texas job opens up, and then he's going to butt-fuck Tom Herman. So, we'll see.
I don't think Notre Dame will pay for him.
Reed White, go Canes. Look, man, I would love for the Canes to go somewhere, especially in the college or in the ACC championship against Clemson. That would be great because I'd like to see Clemson knocked out. My Final Four dream for college football this year would probably be LSU, Oklahoma, Ohio State, and if 2 is healthy, maybe probably Alabama there in that 4 seed.
Yeah.
Just go the 4 best quarterbacks, let them duke it out, and let's see a fucking all-star Final Four.
I want to see the best players and the best teams playing each other.
Same.
Ultimately, I don't really care who the colleges are.
All right. Drinkin Bros, Lauren Manley.
That's
Is it really?
Yeah.
Project Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper, Lauren Manley.
Hell yeah. Drinkin Bros needs to come to Pack games in PNW.
Nope.
Not one prayer.
I told her the other day, if the Seahawks are in the NFC Championship, there's an outside chance we'll be at that game.
If who?
The Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks.
Oh yeah.
In the NFC Championship, there's
absolutely.
A chance we'll be at
That's a fun place to go see a game. I'd be down for that for sure.
But not Pac-12 games. Come on.
Yeah. Austin McCormick, when is the next call-in show? We'll probably do that during the bowl season, I would say. That would be a good time for it, man. Then we could really chop shop about the playoffs and then bowl predictions and all that stuff. I think that would be fun because then all of these teams that we don't get to mention because we only cover top 25 on this show, then you can tell us about your North Dakota States and fucking South Dakotas and all that shit. Not that we don't care, but we don't care.
We don't care,
We don't care.
You were right.
Angie Everhart, Tom Brady is going to come to L.A. and become an actor. Just saw him on a show.
He actually might do that. I could see that.
I could. He's going to be a shitty actor, Angie, but I could see it. I could definitely see it.
Somebody says, yeah, he'll be a gay porn actor. He could.
Oh, yeah.
The money is better in gay porn than straight porn,
you get
by
more
the way.
money.
So.
You get more money. And you always get to start in gay porn. You can't just start in straight porn. That's a little known fact. Ruben Schneider, Rudolph is back. So it is Mason Rudolph.
No.
Okay. For the Steelers, good. Just stay alive. Just stay alive. Let's see. Kerryon Johnson is out for the year. Kevin Schaefer. Is that true?
I don't know. Hang on.
Shit. God damn it. He was a sleeper for me this year on fantasy.
Now he's sleeping.
Now he's sleeping in the rest of the year.
Yeah, he's knee surgery. Doesn't say.
Shit. I got to. Dude, this is what we've been talking about all season long, especially with gambling and all that other shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got to scramble to find out who the third backup is because it used to be, it was
Trey Carson.
Who the fuck is Trey Carson?
Recently signed. He's played for the Packers before, which means he's never been handed the ball in his career.
Dude, what is happening in the NFL this year? That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Man, we can't even make it through a show without losing starters in the NFL. Yep. That is nuts. Thanks for the heads up, Kevin Schaefer. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Satan Claus. It's part of his deal with me to deflate and take some ball. Here's my take on the Patriots. And I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the Patriots, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, they're undefeated. Yes, they are great. They are a fucking dynasty, all of the above. As far as the cheating thing goes, I don't really have a fucking problem with it. Deflating balls and shit,
no, that's not cheating. That's gamesmanship. It's the same as tailoring the field for your fucking type of batter, lowering the mound a little bit on the slide because you have guys that throw fastballs instead of curveballs, shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
I think that would surprise a lot of people to hear that I don't have an issue with that. I really don't. I don't give a shit about that.
No, you should have. You're just mad because you didn't think of it first.
Yeah,
that's your fucking problem.
I think it's great, man. And we used to do that shit in high school.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it. It's
Ruben
great.
Schneider also says rumor is Cole to the Angels. Look, they would have the best player and the best pitcher in the game then.
And a great manager because they just signed Joe Madden.
Yeah.
So.
I could see that. They like to spend money.
So much money in Trout, though.
Pujols is coming off the books soon, so I could see it.
Maybe. Look, we deserve to see Trout in a World Series.
Yeah.
He's the best player in baseball. I would like to see him play. Garrett Cole, maybe, man. That's a hot take right there. I have not heard that. I've heard Yankees all offseason.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Reed White, I lived through the Dolphins giving Marino no help, and then Tannehill. That's right, Tannehill was at for the last 10 years. Yeah, man. I don't see the Dolphins winning a championship
ever
in my lifetime. They just can't put it. It's a franchise that just can't put it together.
Yeah.
Same with the Browns. I don't know if the Browns will win in my lifetime.
It's not going to happen.
I really don't. Let's see here. Who's up next? What about the preseason Michigan State ranking at number 1? I'm glad you brought this up because we'll be doing a college basketball show coming up in a couple weeks here. Once that tips off, actually, I think it's next week. Shit, we'll be doing it next week. Look, Michigan State's got Cassius back. That number 1 ranking is well deserved. The thing about their coach is this. He's probably the best, but Coach K has gotten the most talent. So, you slot Dean Smith in there. Man, you want to talk about doing the best with the least amount of talent. It's probably Michigan State, man. And they're great. And all their players stay till deep in their careers. Draymond Green, all those guys.
Yeah,
man.
they're also like very loyal post college. Like all those guys go back to the games and shit.
Magic
like
Johnson, all those guys. I don't know why I'm blanking on fucking head coach of Michigan State's name, but either way,
Spartans.
Yes, here's the fucking head coach. God damn it. Either way, that is well deserved. And if they stay healthy, I could see Michigan State winning it all for sure. Ohio State came in ranked, which was nice to see.
Tom Izzo.
Jesus Christ, Ross, get it together, man.
We're all sick.
Well, in New York, we went hard in the post, pun intended. If Cassius stays healthy and the rest of this team stays healthy, I could see them winning it all for sure. Happy to see my Buckeyes in there. I like the fact that I went to a school that's football and basketball. It makes it fun. I love college basketball, man. I'm a fucking junkie for college basketball, especially during March Madness, man. There's almost nothing better on this earth. Would you take March Madness over World Series?
No.
Next question.
Not me. You would.
I would, yes.
Yeah.
I would.
But I love baseball. I would take regular season baseball over March Madness, to be honest.
Ooh, Dan, you're smoking crack now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pure crack rock out of it. Go Flint Tropics. That's really funny, man.
Yeah, I need to get those guys back together.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson, the voice.
Yeah.
Vince Carter playing again. Yeah, see, look, the Hawks signed him, man, again. And he's playing one more year with the Hawks. And I'm amped about it.
Yeah.
The weird thing is he can still dunk, and he's 90 years old.
Yeah.
And he can still fucking dunk. So, I look.
He's about to become one of the only players to play in 3 different decades, right?
Yeah.
Like if he plays next year, or no, he'll play. He'll do it this year as long as he stays healthy until January.
If he stays healthy, yeah. So I hope he plays forever, man.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys who's just always get a smile on his face. Never sold out for a championship because he actually loves playing the game, he said. Yeah. So that's why he decided to stay with the Hawks, where he's like, look, at least I'll get to play every night. I don't want to sit on the bench, man. I want to fucking play. I'm a huge Vince Carter fan. I like to see that. D'Anthony, fun show. A lot going on, isn't there? I'm sure Jamie's excited to get the fuck out of here. Yep, nodding his head back there. Look, bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles your deposit. I'm going to go home and drink 2 cans of Kill Cliff CBD from killcliffcbd.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros also is 20% off on those cans. 25 milligrams of CBD in these fucking things. And, man, they're selling left and right. Everybody's drinking this shit. Dude, I'm going to go home and just chooch 2 of these fucking things tonight, man. I'm cooked. I gotta get well. You gotta get well. For D'Anthony Holloway, I am Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin Bros Sports Companion Show. Good night, everyone.
Pew.
Clappers.